this is like a little, what's the word? Admin, housekeeping stream. I'm trying to figure out what looks best because I've got my lights back. I'm working again, yippee. But it's too dark. It's too dark, don't you think? But then when I turn the light on, it like kind of washes out the background, and there's like no point in having the lights. So I need you guys' help. It looks cool, doesn't it? Hey Cody, hey Michael. How you guys doing? Been trying to figure out the right setup here. Because I like the moodiness, but it's still too dark. Like... Wait, actually, can I make this front thing brighter? Give me a sec. It's under the table, so... Let's see. That one? Oh, okay. Wait, maybe that's actually what I need. Is that what I need? That's really bright now. Is it too bright? That's okay. A little bit less. Damn, I didn't even know it went that bright. Okay. How's that? Is that? We getting somewhere? Okay. Like, I don't want it to be too washed out. Still want to see the colors in the background. Kind of getting somewhere here. Okay. Do I want to make it a bit less? What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm out of focus, but besides that. It looks good? Okay. Good. Yeah, I was wondering what I was going to do. I didn't realize that front light could actually go so bright. That's good. Jerry, welcome in. I'm still fiddling around with some of the settings, so bear with me. I was like, oh, I might as well just do it on stream, you know? So, okay. Let's see. What else? The focus looks okay. The microphone, the levels look okay, I think. We're on the right track, guys. Forgive me for the ads. Perfect. And I did actually do a little bit of cleaning. Just a little bit. Not so much on the floor, but more like on my desk region. So it's a little bit more organized now, which is fantastic because before it looked a little bit housey father, you know. Goodness me. Been meaning to ask, how does one earn VIP? Honestly, I don't know. I don't usually give out VIPs unless people like win it or ask for it in like some kind of competition. Because like, you know how I feel about you guys. I love you all equally. It's my children of the internet. There's no redeem, is there, for it? You can't even use a golden cherry. Maybe I'll, yeah. Oh, but then I'll think about it, Cody. I mean, you are a VIP in my eyes, so don't worry, I'll get back to you. And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, because there is only a set amount that you can give out, and so I didn't want people to think that I was playing favorites, even though that's kind of literally what it is. But when people asked for it or when they won it in like marbles on stream, I was like, well, I guess that's the rules. Them's the rules. And so I was just like, yeah, okay, sure. But now it's been a while and there's actually people that, you know, we haven't seen for a bit. Maybe it's time to do a refresh. I'll go through those. And also, oh yeah, that does remind me, you know, the mystery secret. It still should be in operation. I wonder if I can put that on right now. Forgot how to do that. Because I'm still like, I'm all for keeping it going. Oh yeah, here it is. So don't worry, I didn't just leave you guys high and dry. It should be back now. Is that? Yeah, the mystery secret. Cool. More admin stuff. Okay. And this title is called Galaxy Brain Tings because I've got the galaxy in the background. I'm very creative, guys. But yeah. Positive welcome in. And yeah, so I'll actually go through all that stuff because it has been a while now. Basically 2 years now. There's sure to be like people we haven't seen in a while, old roles and stuff like that that may need updating. Just a bit of housekeeping, so I'll get to that. But yeah, welcome guys. I'm glad you're out of ad hell. I'm so sorry about that. We're still kind of just getting set up here, so you haven't missed much. But what else did I want to do? I'm trying to think, like, how do people make their streams look so entertaining and nice to watch? I'm like, lights. Lights, camera, action. And yeah. What else? Just an Emmy looking disheveled. And yeah, that's about it. Got my makeup here. I actually reset up my desk, so now my speakers should be in like the best possible place, just to make it sound all like, you know, all professional, at least on my end here. Because I noticed when I was listening to music, it sounded like, I don't know, it just sounded like the mixing was wrong, but it was happening to every song, and I was like, maybe let me check out the common denominator here, which is actually my setup. And I realized the speakers weren't really placed that well. And so I've moved everything now, and it takes a lot of like adjusting wires in the back. And like, I'm just glad that there's no IT guy to actually look under my desk, because the cable management, I'm sure they would have an absolute heart attack. But it's like, it's functional, it's working, you know? And so, yeah, now I think when we listen to music or when we watch videos together, it's going to be a lot better. And hopefully, because it's just playing out loud, you won't hear the feedback. But I've got my mic set up in such a way that whatever's coming from this side usually doesn't get picked up, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm a professional now, guys. Not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah, all Twitch chat wants is one thing, and it's disgusting. Just a chair stream. Well, the thing is, my chair in particular is actually quite nice to look at. Like, I'll show you. Like, it's got a ribbon on it and everything. Like, you know, ta-da. I think it's a rather nice chair to look at if you have to look at any chair in particular. And yeah, like a lot of the stuff in here, it's been either gifted or inherited, like hand-me-down type beat. And so I'm like, yeah, somehow made a workable setup out of all this like random piecemeal like items and stuff. So yeah, it's classy. It is classy, isn't it? But yeah, the cable management, do not get me started. Like so I just try not to look under there, to be honest. I'm just like, you know what? If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And so, yeah, what can I say? I'm in shock that I even made it work in the first place, to be honest. So I did have some help, that's the thing. But yeah, holy shit. We got it all working out. And I guess my next big thing, I'm not even that big, my next to-do list item would be just to clean up the rest of the room. And like some of the stuff that you guys can't see, it's like all obscured right now by me in the chair, but some of the clothes and figuring out where to put certain things. Like I've got just a random chair there, and yeah, just like tidying up, I suppose. But that's boring stuff. That's all boring stuff. So today, we talked about this yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, we should watch some videos and do some reading and stuff. But we'll see how we go, because we tend to get carried away anyway. So maybe I should just go with the flow. And I look like this. I hope I haven't worn this before on stream. I didn't check. And you know the Bean Boozle punishment? I don't even know where those Bean Boozles are now. The Bean Boozle beans. So I'll have to buy a new packet, which is fucking ridiculous. But yeah. If I accidentally wear the same thing twice, or on purpose, then I have to eat one of those. Yeah, a lava lamp would be so cool. My parents at their place, they have 2 lava lamps right next to each other. They don't even turn them on. So like, maybe I could just yoink one of those. Where would it go? Somewhere in the background. That would be really cool. But as for the setup, I'm really glad that I got like the kind of the background at least working a little bit, because yeah, it was looking a bit rough. I'm trying to up the production value even a little bit. So, and yeah, Cody, you're right. Oh, checking the VOD channel is a great way to do it. Or even just like the thumbnail, like taking a thumbnail from each of those videos, and if I put them somewhere, that would be a good way to check. I like to live dangerously, or rather lazily, because I haven't checked. I'm just like, it's only been 30 outfits. Surely I haven't repeated myself yet. But by the time we get to 300, that will be a bit trickier. So anyway, how are you guys doing? You feeling all right? You are ready and equipped, in the wise words of Amy Walker, to endure whatever happens in this stream today? What else? I'm still just looking out for the brightness of this thing. Like, is this where I want it to be? I don't know. Because, like, it's a mix between moodiness and actual visibility. You know, like, let me just try making it a little bit darker. Let's see. And you guys tell me, is that better or worse? Like, I can't tell. This is me, no makeup. Probably should, you know, make myself a bit more presentable. But is that better or worse? Like, does it make it look like it has more depth, or is it just like more pixelated? I don't know. Because I can see my own preview, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. Yeah, I should screenshot. You're right, Cody. For the VODs, I'll start doing that, I think, because otherwise it's going to be way too hard to keep track of. Am I glowing in like a pixelated way? And yeah, I know I'm fucking so pale. I need to have like a filter on that makes it look like I'm anything other than this Victorian sickly ghost. You know, like, does this look better than how it was just before? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I know. And Tech, thank you for the follow. We're just getting set up here. Just imagine that I've gotten a bit more sun. I kind of think that looks a little bit better, but I can't tell. An aura type glow. All right, I'll take that. Thank you. This is good. This is a bit better than before. And actually, I don't think there's any filters on. Or should I check? Yeah, there's no filters. Last time I think I had one because the lighting in my old room was really, really yellow toned, and so I had to neutralize it. But now, because it's just pure white lighting at the front and then the coloring at the back, it gets the job done. So, all right. What else? That's about it. Cool. Now we can get to chatting. So, is there anything new since yesterday? Literally yesterday. For me, not really. Is there? Just been, yeah, writing. I still need to go back to my parents' place and do a bit more tidying up from the party that we had. Because even though everyone helped pack up all the like plates and food and all that stuff, there's still a bunch of cups. And so at some point I'll need to go back and do that. Cody, your mom's retirement made the news. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. And wait, have you had the party yet? Or was that meant to be like on the weekend? It's wonderful. I mean, yeah, why not? Why the heck not? My parents did not make the news when they retired, but you know, we still had a party anyway. And yeah, I think my brother's over there right now. So unfortunately, I can't force him to do the housework that is not even his to do in the first place. The party was on Saturday. And yeah, okay, maybe we'll watch that news story a bit later. Were they actually on TV? That's so cool. How was the party? Was it a rager? Was it like a full-on get blind, get crazy type beat party? I'm sure it was. Yeah, check the link in the Discord. Maybe we'll check it out later. And because we might, do some video watching today. Since I've got most of what I need to get set up. I finally got Discord on my computer and logged in and everything. And what else? I need to log into my Emmy Cherry account actually on Google, so it doesn't accidentally dox me like it has tried to do before. Like, when you type something into Google and it's like, oh, maybe like a chocolate shop near me. And it's like, oh, do you mean a chocolate shop near your exact address? And it literally says that on Google, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Why are you doing me like this? Why are you doing me dirty like this? So it doesn't really help to have a different account, but at least when it comes to other little things where it's already saved your details, at least that's all wiped as well. And there are certain, I think, plugins, if I'm not mistaken, that you can download. So it takes out that stuff where it's like near me and then gives you a full-on address. So I think I need to add that to this computer as well, because otherwise, oh god, it's been 1 or 2 times where it's gotten me on stream because I forgot. Like, I was like, oh yeah, why would Google just do that? But it's trying to be helpful, but it's not helpful if you're broadcasting live to however many people. So and I welcome in. Oh, it's been a while for sure. Feeling like Casper. I feel like Casper quite a lot actually. With this, complexion. Much love to you as well, my friend. And yeah, should we do some makeup? I feel like I don't know what look I want to go for today. Cafe shops near, enter IP address. It's so true. It's like, just try it. If you go onto Google and you type in like a cafe near me, it will literally be like, oh, do you mean a cafe near your suburb, like your city, your postcode right there? And it's like, I mean, yes, but still, please don't do that. And there's like no real way to turn it off unless you get a separate plugin, like a third-party thing. It's like, I feel like Google should know better. Yes, but also no, please don't do that. And there's other little things as well, like I can't remember exactly what it was, but just like the autofill, like if you have certain information saved on your computer and it's on that particular account, sometimes it will just flash up when you're typing something in. It's like, oh god, it's that split second where it seems harmless, but then you're like, oh fuck, yep, okay. That's not happened to me too often. I think 1 or 2 times where I've had to be like, oh shit, okay, and just quickly like fix that up somehow. So there's a bunch of other search engines that you can use. I know that it's similar to what we were talking about yesterday, like with my Apple iPhone. Like, I know that this is not the best choice. And with Google, I know that's also not the best choice. But it's just like, it's just what I'm used to at this point. You know what I mean? There was a time where I think I had the browser Ecosia, if that's what it's called. And it claimed that every time you search something, it would like plant a tree or something along those lines, which I really enjoyed. But it was really slow. And I don't know, for some reason, it felt like the search results were incomplete. Like, they weren't as thorough. And so eventually I just swapped back. But now Google is so shit. It's like, well, yeah, maybe worth a switch again. When it comes to phones, I was talking mainly about how like the functionality with iPhones are pretty limited, and every single time there's a new one, they just do something to like make it worse, essentially. And how it probably would be wiser to get like an Android, but because I've had an iPhone my whole life, it's like, it's just such a big jump. I'd have to be really mad to just be like, you know what, fuck you, Apple. And all my other stuff, like I've got my my earbuds, the wireless earbuds, and my Apple Watch, like they all go together, so they really trap you in. It's quite insidious, it's like, oh, if you want to leave us, then bye-bye to your precious earbuds that aren't going to work anymore. And your little Apple Watch that you spent so much money on, you won't be able to use that anymore. It'll be a fancy paperweight now. And so it's like, oh, I see how it is. It's very much a toxic dynamic. So, yeah, if I by circumstance had an Android phone as my first phone, I probably would still be using it and be happy now, or something like that. But yeah, and yeah, the messages as well. That's so true. Like I have years and years worth of messages with other people who have iPhones as well, and it's like you just get so entrenched. I think that's the word. like enmeshed like that. It's quite sinister. I completely agree. I know that other companies probably aren't any better, but Apple is the most egregious about it. Like they're most like forceful about it, and they get away with it. You know, they just simply get away with it. So, fencing people in, that's such a good way to describe it. That's literally exactly how it feels. Like you're kind of trapped. And at this point, like, granted, there are some really helpful functions, like the AirDrop and shit like that. AirDrop is really, 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 really helpful. I mean, I don't have an Apple computer, so I guess it's, less helpful than it could be for me. But I imagine if I did have like a MacBook or whatever they're called, Apple Book, then I'd be really reticent to give that up, because the wireless transfer, I mean, come on, living in the future, that's the one thing I think that is really, at least for me at this point, it's like I can't go back, non-negotiable. And I'm sure Android has some version of that. But the fact that you can AirDrop not just between your own devices, but like other Apple devices, that is really killer. And so, yeah, it's one of those things, positive and negatives. But the fencing people in really sucks. It's like, come on, bro. A lot of times companies do stuff that really irks me, because you can see where they're coming from in terms of like, they're simply profit driven. That's literally it. But it doesn't have to be that way. And that's the annoying thing. It's like, I have my own company, I have my website and I sell my own merch. Though I should mention, yeah, my website's been down for a bit. I'm not sure why. I have to talk to my mom when I can. I know what it's like to run a company. Like, it's literally a choice you can make. If you want to make your prices fair, if you want to make your trading or whatever it is, your production ethical, or if you want to like cheap out and stuff. Like, it's not something that they literally are forced to do. You know what I mean? It's like they make it seem as if they have no other choice. Like, oh, we have to do it this way. We have to incorporate slave labor from like third world countries. We have to make the product shitter every time because we know that you'll still stick around. But it's like, you don't have to do that, actually. You could actually just have a really good product and like commit to that. But I think there's something about that ever increasing, devouring, like appetite that's just part of what it means to be in a capitalist world. And so if you're not improving or increasing your profits, then you're dying essentially. And so, yeah, it's just annoying, because I know what it's like from both perspectives, like as a consumer and also as someone who makes products and sells them and like has like a small, very small company of my own. And so it's like, yeah, it's annoying. It's frustrating, absolutely. And yeah, all the while there are little like features that are genuinely really, really good, and like they are probably the reason why most people stay, like the AirDrop and yeah, the iMessage and stuff like that, because those things are genuinely quite helpful. And I'm not sure about other like brands with Android and stuff. I don't know if they're as robust. And so, what can you say? But yeah. When I talk about them getting worse, I mean more like certain features are getting taken away. Like, they used to include the charger and like the headphones and stuff in the actual box, if I'm not mistaken, with the iPhone. And now it's just like, fend for yourself, mate. You just get the phone, that's it. And if you want to charge your phone, you have to buy that separately. If you want to listen to music on your phone, well, fuck you, mate. How dare you? You have to buy some really expensive headphones wirelessly because there's no headphone jack anymore. And it's like, it's just so cutthroat. It's like, damn, all right. Tell us how you really feel. But yeah, I could literally talk about this for ages. Anyway, let's try and not devolve into Emmy complaining about every single thing. Let me welcome you guys in first. So, Luca, C-Log, Cody, Tim, Scars, welcome in. Didn't miss much, to be honest. CJ, it's one of those things where, I don't know, it creeps up on you so slowly that by the time you're really in the thick of it, you don't realize how different things are. And so, yeah, they should include a fucking charger in their thing if they don't. It's been a while since I've bought an iPhone. I've had this phone for a very long time now, like whenever the iPhone 12 came out. So And I'm going to keep it until it literally stops functioning, like until it blue screens. But yeah, you know, it's pretty solid. I think it's solid. Like, I don't even have a case. I probably should get a case. One time my case just, I think it broke. Like yeah, something fell off it. I don't know. And then I just never got another case. But yeah, you'd hope that if you make a good enough product, people will stick around. I don't know why, like, where does that appetite come from? Like that more, like that drive for more and more and more. Is it because they simply can? Is it that simple? I don't know. Is there some, I don't know, some pressure, some demand to keep going, like for impressiveness or like for just, yeah, I don't know. I literally do not know. It's like, yeah, satisfaction is not a thing. Like, it's just, you reach a certain threshold or milestone and it's like, okay, what's the next thing? And so, yeah. Yeah, where does that appetite come from? Greed. That's probably also just a really straight up, like no, no frills about it answer. Like, yeah, it's just simply greed. But then again, where does that greed come from? Like, where do we learn that? Like, is it just in us? Like, does it just take the opportunity to be greedy to like seize it? Is it opportunistic? Is it more inherent? Is it like learned? I don't know. And yeah, it's like, I do not have the answers. Like, sometimes when I think about this stuff, I just spin my wheels and end up exactly where I started. But I do wonder, you know? And I don't like to believe that it's just how the world is, you know? At least that seems like a little bit sad. It must be a vice, right? 7 deadly sins type beat. But I don't think people are like bound by fate to their vices, you know? It's a choice, I think, for the most part. Then it's kind of even sadder. So, yeah, I think holding on to stuff that you have, if it's still working, is a good way to kind of combat some of that endless appetite. I know it's really compelling, and in fact, it's not entirely a consumer's fault to want the newest thing, because that is literally exactly what those companies are. Like, they're trying to create that want and desire in people. They're creating the hype. They know that their advertisements and stuff like that are effective. And so I feel like it's this really complicated, multi-system, multi-pronged situation. And, you know, for the most part, as long as you can make these choices with intention and in a way that makes you feel like you're operating within your own moral standards, it's really all you can do. We can't stop Apple from releasing a fucking phone every year, you know? But yeah, you can like treat your own devices or just belongings in general with that level of care and tenderness and trying to maintain like longevity. And if possible, trying to fight that really overwhelming urge to like move with the wave of that hype. You know, it's not always going to work, but if possible, I think it's the only really recourse that we have, right? Because, yeah, I don't know, just think about all that stuff. Emmy creates the want and desire in me to own a pair of leather pants worn by Elvis. Oh God, you and me both, my friend. You and me both. That's so funny. It's like, yeah. I should also say, when we talk about this, like, I'm not removed from the problem, if that makes sense. There's always going to be that level of like, okay, if you are promoting something or if you're selling something, if you are trying to like enter that space, you also have to play that game to a certain extent. Like, you know, I have my own company, like I was just saying. Of course, there's like some level of like creating the desire in people to want to either check out what you've got or even purchase it for themselves. And so I guess then it becomes more like, okay, how much of the game am I willing to play? And what do I think is ethical versus, maybe a little bit predatory in that way. And so I try and keep it pretty stripped back. I always had this thought in the back of my mind, like if people give a fuck enough, like they'll create their own drive to check out that stuff without me like fucking flashing it in people's faces and like, I don't know, just using those really overt hard sales tactics, you know what I mean? So like at least before my little break, I did the Streamly/daily plug of my website. Be like, this is my website. You can look at it if you like. You can buy things from it if you like. And that was like kind of good enough for me, right? And now I think, yeah, I feel relatively similar. I'm like, you can't fucking convince or force someone, like, unless you have a gun to their head to like, you know, buy your product. You can just like let them know that it exists and they'll do what they do with that information. And of course, I do believe a lot in like word of mouth and stuff like that. Usually, I think my general feelings on the matter are like, it'll speak for itself, you know? Yeah, go to the website and just fucking, you know, or else. Poetry or else. And so, yeah, I don't know if that's the right way to go about it. I understand how it may even be against my own interests to do that, but it's for the interest of my peace of mind, you know? And so, who knows, maybe my opinion will change in the future. And granted, I have less pressure on me than probably some other people do to actually make like sales in that way and reach whatever quotas are involved. But yeah, as it stands, I'm like, I think it'll speak for itself. And I think because it is relatively niche, like the people that give a fuck will go on their own accord and do whatever it is they do. So, but yeah, poetry or else, fuck around and find out what the else is you don't want to know. And yeah, you know, I think the reminding people that such a thing exists is fine because there's new people popping in every now and then and they might not even know. It's not even helpful now to be talking about this because my website is literally down. So this is literally a theoretical kind of thing that's going on in my mind. Yeah, or else it is a threat, guys. Do not fuck with me. It is a threat. And then, yeah, as for the kind of convincing people, like, I don't know. There's something about it that feels a little bit embarrassing. It's like, how do I explain this? The e-begging side of things, you know? Kind of like, yeah, there's a fine line. There's a fine line. So my technique so far, I think it's been working for me, but yeah, I know that's not how everyone's style works. So who knows? Maybe next time I'll come in and do a full-on infomercial style. Like, oh, you definitely need this in your life. This isn't even on my website, but it's a prototype, you know? Or the postcards and stuff, which are, I think they're back there. But yeah. A fine line. A fine shite, you know what I mean? Anyway, when do you get to the bathwater stage? Yeah, that'll be really the turning point, to be honest. God, fuck me. And again, like, this conversation is fraught because I don't want people to think that I'm begrudging the entrepreneurs out there that just take those opportunities when they arise. I can't fault those people, you know? This is the environment that we've created that has necessitated that kind of opportunistic, striking while the iron's hot type of behavior, you know? And those types of entrepreneurs, if you want to call them that, they're not doing anything out of the blue, if that makes sense. Like, they're reacting and responding to a market that is reacting and responding to them. Like, if no one had bought the bathwater or whatever, like Belle Delphine's little stunt, then that would have been quite embarrassing for her, right? But people actually wanted to buy it. That's the thing. Like, it's a very symbiotic, potentially quite toxic thing. And yeah, these people aren't necessarily creating the issue, you know, those e-girls and all that. They're responding to something that's already there. And I think that's really interesting. I think the people that immediately begrudge them, I don't know, maybe it comes from a place of jealousy or a little bit of disgust or something. Yeah, do not underestimate the horniness of the internet. Exactly. Yeah. People always tend to put the blame on the actual creators or whatever, the e-girls and stuff. And I think that's misguided, or at the very least, it's an incomplete assessment. And it makes me wonder, like, oh, why does an e-girl selling her bathwater disturb you in that way? And not the people buying it and fucking vaping it and drinking it and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's a bigger issue at hand. But yeah, that's, I guess, what can you do? Yeah, I don't know, what's Belle up to these days? Did she kind of just quietly retire, like with her millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars? I think that's probably the smart thing to do. Probably quite a bit cleverer than people give her credit for. And really, I think when you strip everything back, pun unintended, she was kind of just like a shock jockey in the shape of like a sexy girl. And people like ate that shit up. You know, it's the oldest trick in the book. Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's exactly right. And so I'm happy for her if she has managed to just like have a normal, nice life after all that craziness. Because I think once you reach that level of fame or even infamy, it almost gets a little bit dangerous, you know? Like, imagine having most of the internet, or should I say, the horniest portion of the internet utterly obsessed with you. That's literally that's a nightmare. It's like a dangerous place to be in. And so, yeah, I think as long as she's kind of, yeah, she's found a way to just put that all aside and enjoy the fruits of her labors, that's kind of like, yeah, the best possible outcome. But for a while there, she was like all anyone was talking about. And that was by design, I think. It's like, yeah, doing these outrageous stunts and mixing the weird and like kind of obscene with that like kind of really like, I don't know, sexual element. Like that was absolutely catnip for people. So yeah. I don't care what they write about me as long as they spell my name right. That's funny. Yeah, it's like, I think that is really the kind of core belief or like core axiom for a lot of those people online. Is kind of what I call shock jockeys. It's interesting because Germa, I think, is another brand of shock jockey, but not in that way. You know, not in that kind of way. It's more like the how do I explain this? Like he's shocking people, but it's like in a delightful way, as opposed to like a kind of horrified but can't look away version. It's more like, oh wow, he's doing something I never thought someone could actually do. Like he's running a full-on stream like The Sims, but in real life, or he's staging a full-on carnival experience. Yeah, delightful shock. Yeah, and so it's weird because they are adjacent though, and I can't be fully critical of people that do that because that again is literally just a game. As for Belle, I don't know if people would recognize her in person. I know she changed her hair a lot. She used to wear different kinds of wigs and stuff. And there's a lot that you can do with makeup, guys. Like, you can look almost like a totally different person without very much, like, you don't even need prosthetics on your face. I do wonder. But again, once you hit that level of fame, do people just, like, they're that obsessed that they'll find you no matter what? That's fucking scary. But yeah. I don't know. I'm curious. Like, I wonder where she's at right now. Hopefully, she hasn't been too, I don't know, affected by that whole experience. In a negative way, I mean. And I do wonder also how much money, like in total, she raised. Like, I don't know. it's probably an obscene amount that I wouldn't even believe if I heard the truth. So, yeah. So tonight on this stream, imagine that I just bring out Belle Delphine. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, so I've got her here right now. She's not allowed to come out though. She's chained to the basement radiator. So anyway, what was I saying? That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Who's kind of like the big like kind of media attention grabbing person right now? Is there anyone? Because I've been away, so I haven't really been keeping tabs on that sort of thing. And I don't really know if there's anyone who's been kind of, well, actually, that's not true. I know there's one name that's coming to mind, but I don't know if that's entirely appropriate. Yeah, she's locked in the Elvis cage. That's exactly right. I know there was one person who was making the rounds, quite literally, for their stunts on like OnlyFans or whatever. That news was so big that like it reached kind of the mainstream as well. And so, but other than that, like, I don't know. Is it just much the same as always? It probably is. Yeah. I'm thinking of Bonnie Blue if you guys wanted to know. I don't know much about her. I just like saw the headlines and shit. And I was like, okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, same difference type beat. I think that might be true. But you know, it's like that's kind of like the lay of the land on the internet. It's the Wild West out here. And so yeah, no clue. I have no clue who that could potentially even be. Like, what? Is that like an ice cream flavor? But yeah. It doesn't surprise me that people are kind of incentivized towards that type of really extreme, like kind of shocking headline making activities. Lucky Blue Smith, what's he been up to? Seriously, what? I think actually he's having another kid with his wife. Interesting. Yeah, these things that I'm like way too late. I'm always like months and months behind on like the newest gossip. And then I talked to my sister and she's like, dude, that is literally so old. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. But yeah, that's the last I heard of him. I don't know. I have random lore. Yeah, just thought away. Because like, I don't know. You just hear whispers of things, especially if you're not really that plugged in. Like when I used to be on Twitter, you scroll Twitter and you're inundated with news from every single corner of the planet, from every single person, and it's too much. It's like the human brain it was not designed, like we did not evolve to know what everyone's doing at every given moment in time. And it's like, it literally was overwhelming. And so I used to randomly pick up like pieces of information that was not at all helpful to me, but it's like it feels at the time like it's necessary to know this. Oh, like fucking Robert Downey Jr. had a piece of toast today. I'm glad that I know that. Or like, yeah, people getting into fights online, or like people getting cancelled and shit. And it's like, it's really attention grabbing. And so because it's attention grabbing, it's confused with being important. But you know what else is attention grabbing? Like fucking Cocoa Melon or whatever it's called. And like, yeah, what kind of toast? Oh, that's funny. French toast. Yeah, so basically getting rid of Twitter was really, really helpful to me. And it meant that, yeah, I felt a little bit like, oh, fuck, am I missing out on something? Like that FOMO is really real. But eventually you're like, yeah, I am actually, but that's fine. I'm okay if I don't keep like minute to minute tabs on everything everywhere all at once. Not the movie, but you know, the actuality of everything. And so, yeah, it's a shame though, because I really enjoyed Twitter for the poetry friends that I made there, and for just posting my little snippets. I had to kind of just sacrifice that for my own sanity. Yeah, it's fucking weird. And it's different now, I imagine. Like it's been changed quite a bit now that it's X. Yeah. But anyway, what can I say? I was thinking about doing some reading today. Are you guys interested in that? Am I out of focus? Finishing off the story from last time. Yeah, I made X my ex. That's exactly right. I never got into Twitter. I felt validated in that choice when Grok turned into Mecha Hitler. How is that even real? Again, like I heard this down the grapevine because like I'm so far removed from all that stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not real. Like you're just fucking with me. Like, no, this actually happened. I was like, living in an alternate reality. Literally, like, that's the only explanation. Like, how is that? How am I? Oh god, do not get me started. Existential crisis stream. Yeah, whoops, our AI model became a Nazi. How bad? It's like, yeah. It feels a little bit like eventually I'll look up and just see the prank cameras everywhere, you know? Because it's like, how is this real life? Or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. It's actually kind of improved my life, to be honest, to stay as far away from all that stuff, like social media stuff, if I can help it. It's a fraught position to be in when your literal job is like social media related. But it's a worthwhile, delicate balance. Even the news and stuff. My parents are really bad with that. They literally watch the news all day long. They just watch, you know, the 5 o'clock news and the 7 o'clock news and the 9 o'clock news. It's like, it's the same shit, guys. Same shit, different channel. And it's like, well, we want to keep up to date. And it's like, do we need to know all this stuff? Like, I can't even remember what I've just watched, you know? And so it's their thing. It's like their habit, I suppose. But it only ever makes me feel like shit, you know? I don't know. Dropping everything is good. But yeah, it's true. People all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, have you heard about the spaceship that landed in America?" And like now they're trying to convince people to like wear these anal plugs. It's like, I have not heard about that. What the fuck are you talking about? And like, I swear it's been happening. Like you're so not up to date. And it's like, oh god, like it's just too much. Yeah, people just start like saying stuff. Oh, like, did you hear this celebrity was actually seen making out with this other celebrity, and then this other person got really mad, and it's like, I don't fucking care. Maybe I do. It depends who it is, but like, I don't know. The stuff is better not in my head. I do feel like every time I learn some useless piece of information, it pushes out something actually important, and so like I'm at capacity essentially. But yeah, it's just so. Our lives are so built around that sort of thing, you know. I can't fault anyone for it. It's more just like this system that we're all ensnared by, essentially. Yeah, just like my phone. My phone is at capacity and so am I. Oh god, I'm out of gigabytes, guys. I'm really out of gigabytes. So just be careful. If you tell me something, like it's a very like dangerous situation to be in because it might just push out my own name. Be like, oh, did you know that Leonardo DiCaprio ate an apple yesterday? And out comes like my own my own knowledge about myself. So you have to be really, really careful. Yeah, it's nice to take a little break, you know. And my thinking has always been like, if it's important enough, people like you'll learn about it. People will tell you. It will somehow like come up in conversation, or it'll come up somewhere like. When something pop culture related gets that big, it's unavoidable. And so I typically hold like faith in that word of mouth like situation. It cuts down on a lot of the unnecessary stuff that feels important in the moment but maybe isn't as important. And so yeah, if you guys are ever considering just wandering away and kind of going off the grid for a bit, I think it's worth it, you know? Especially if, yeah, you find that you've been maybe neglecting other things that you enjoy. for me when I was away, I was doing a lot of stuff to just basically patch myself together. But I actually had time to, write, make music, spend time with friends and family. Like, it was quite healing in a weird way. I know it sounds really cheesy, but yeah, just going off into the woods, going off the grid. For me, I was still here, but I just felt like, I don't know. How did I feel? As if I was tidying up some, I don't know, loose threads in the mind almost, or severing threads that didn't serve me anymore. A lot of that is related to like stuff online. So yeah, the breaks are good from time to time. I think some people are more like stuck than others because either their jobs require being very online, or like it's just something that, some situational thing that they feel like they can't remove themselves from. And so I don't recommend just going cold turkey if you know that will be detrimental. If you think it might work, why not try it? But like, yeah, if it's your job, for instance, maybe start piecemeal, like start small. Spend a day not looking at something, or like choose one app to delete and then work your way from there. Because that feels a little bit more manageable than like this monumental mountain of a task, which is just like, how do I unfuck my brain, essentially? Like, I feel totally trapped and ensnared by this perfectly curated and designed series of apps to drain my attention like 24/7. What do I do? Yeah, start with deleting System 32. That's a good place to start. And just, yeah, see how you go from there. I don't know. That's what I've been doing. Varying levels of success. It's hard because, our lives at this point can't be divorced from the online world. Like, I think being on the computer used to feel like it was a separate thing to being in real life. It was like a place that you could go to escape the real world. But now the two are so enmeshed. Like, people make their livelihoods online. People connect with their friends and family online. And it's like almost the only way. And so now it doesn't feel like you're escaping the real world. It feels like the real world is now part of the online world and vice versa. And so there really is no respite, if that's a word. It's just like, yeah. It's like depressing, but I don't mean it to be. I think through all of this, whenever we have these discussions, like, it's not meant to be, like, the end conclusion is not meant to be, oh, doomer mode, where shit's fucked, that's it. I think it's meant to be, okay, here's this knowledge that we've been given. What do we do with it now to serve whatever it may be? Good feeling, your axioms, general health and happiness. It's meant to be the precursor to action, I know for me, it's easy to just like reach that point where it's like, oh, okay, now what? And just sit in whatever feeling it is. But that's, I think, doing myself a disservice. You can sit in the feeling for as long as you need to, but then you have to do something. Yeah, a poem can't unfuck the world, exactly. That was a very important poem for me to write. Because it's like, it's that acquiescing to, just the general understanding that, yeah, we can't solve everything with art and good vibes and great classic hits. It's got to be a combination of things, and art plays a very important role, but it's just one kind of pillar of like one's own health and a society's health. And yeah, because I didn't want to be misconstrued. I think sometimes people think that my position is, oh, are you depressed? Just write a poem about it. Then you'll be the happiest motherfucker alive. And it's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, any problem, write a poem. Like, that's, I know it's kind of like the most kind of reductionist, like, opinion. Like, you know what I mean? That's probably uncharitable. But, like, my actual opinion is that there are many different facets in a person's life that not only synergize with each other, but also like bolster each other, as in improve each other. And so if you conceive of like artistic or creative health as a thing that exists in a way that mental and physical health might exist, then to me it follows that like bolstering one can, maybe not always, but can bolster another. And so I don't think writing a poem can cure depression, just saying. But I think it can do a hell of a lot more than you might expect. And so, yeah, just sing a sad song. What's that song where it's like, it's about singing a sad song when you're sad. But yeah, it's like, in the same way that sometimes your mental health can be like improved by focusing on improving your physical health and vice versa. I think sometimes because we're in a world that kind of neglects or diminishes the importance of creative health, it can be unexpectedly quite helpful to actually focus on those points. And so, yeah, does that make more sense? I know you guys don't think that about me, but if someone were to just stumble across this channel and hear me talking about the virtues of writing a poem about Elvis coming in his pants, they'd be like, what the fuck? Like, there are people out there with actual real problems. A poem is not going to solve them all. And I know that. Like, that has never been my position. It's something else, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm preaching to the choir. Yeah, it's like a form of venting. I totally agree. Yeah, underrated, absolutely. And there's a lot that goes with it. Just that idea that you even can do such a thing. You're proving to yourself that you can create something like valuable. And I use the term valuable, not in a sense of how much it can be sold for, but like it has substance to it. Like it's been made of something from you. And even if you don't share it with anyone, even if you just keep it for yourself as a testament to this great depth of feeling that you've now transformed into something, like that is a powerful like reminder of what you can actually do. And especially if one is feeling particularly helpless, like they've been stripped of some kind of agency. To make a piece of art is basically the pinnacle of having agency, at least in my eyes. You've taken literally nothing and created something out of it. That's fucking, that's metaphysical. Yeah, not wrong, not Hermione, you. Exactly. And so it's like, that's why I'm so adamant about getting people to try it, any form of like creation, even if they've never done it before. Like a lot of people who maybe come from like sport related backgrounds or, just they kind of missed out on a lot of the arts learning in school, like the tradies and all that. They're usually like, oh no, I couldn't write a poem to save my life. And I'm like, you could. You literally could, and it might, And often those times are where I'm most delighted by whatever it is I read, because it's so real and it's so raw. It's like unblemished by the expectations of those creative classes or schools that teach you how to do it right. It's like the most untouched unvarnished version of feeling, and that's really cool to get to read. And I think you can retain that even if you go to school, but that takes a lot of intentionality. When you go to school, you might hand something in, teacher's like, oh, this is not right, this is not how you do it. It's like, how could you say that? Like if it's not, if you're doing a sonnet, for instance, there's a particular number of lines. If you're doing a haiku, there's a particular number of syllables. But if it's free verse, like, I don't even know how teachers even mark that shit, besides the obvious. And so, yeah, that's my opinion. And I know you guys already know that, but eventually I hope to be able to narrow that down into something easily understandable in case people ask me, what is my, opinion on that sort of thing? Because it's hard to explain in anything less than an hour. But yeah. Do you guys feel like finishing off that story from last time? If you even remember it, I wouldn't be cut if you don't. And before we do that, I'll show you guys the fit for today. I basically only wore this because I was like too lazy to actually like put an outfit together, and so a dress is always like the easiest option. Stripy dress. Tell me I haven't worn this before on stream, please. It's so simple. Just this, you know? Straight up and down type beat. And yeah. Like, I'm not wearing my necklace. But wait, what's this? Wait, this is from, do you guys remember what this is from? It's from the Marge cosplay. When I was, oh, that's right, when I was cleaning. I didn't know where to put it. Maybe I'll, is that does not go whatsoever, but like, that's fine. That's interesting. What did we do last time? Did we do that? How did my neck actually, how did that? Wait, sorry. I'm margin in charge. That's exactly right. How did she put it on me like that last time? How did that fit over my head? Crazy. Beetlejuice vibes? Yeah, I get that. I could wear it as a bracelet. I got choked out a bit. That makes sense, because like how, I don't remember how we actually put this on. But I remember it was like kind of tight, wasn't it? She choked me. My sister choked me. What else is over here? Oh, is this from... I think this was from the dress. I don't need this anymore. I don't know why I have all this random stuff. Yeah, we just have to check the VOD exactly. I've got more beads. These ones are smaller. No. How many are there? Oh. Okay. Just, yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're good. I think we're starting ads soon. So after the ads, we'll do the reading of the story. We'll finish it off and then maybe watch some videos. I've got one in particular that I definitely want to watch with you guys. And also, Sea Locket. You've been posting some videos that I've been desperately saving because I wanted to watch it with you guys too. So yeah, Mardi Gras Emmy. That's exactly right. And so maybe during the ads, wait, did they just finish or did they just start? They just started. I'm going to go fill up my bottle. And I don't even have music to play for you guys. Just imagine. Do, 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 do. I'll be right back. Okay. Just going to leave you guys to stare at this chair. Yeah, sing. You can sing Sea Locket. You can sing for everyone. There we go. That was quick, right? What else was I gonna say? I swear I literally just had something in my mind. Oh yes. You guys also need to help me what I should have for like dinner / late lunch because I can't think of anything. And I'm deferring to the brilliant minds in this chat. Lemon slice, oh yum. Don't even get me started. Yeah, that was quick, wasn't it? I was thinking, I actually don't know what I was thinking. Not pizza, anything but pizza. I do have kimchi, but you can't just have kimchi on its own. Maybe rice. I could make some rice. You're onto something. And thank you, Sea Locket, for the hydrate. Ramen is a good one. Deviled eggs. I have a lot of eggs because like when my parents left for their holiday, they were like, oh, we've got a bunch of food that's definitely going to be expired by the time we come back. So here, you have it. And there was like this massive tray of eggs from Costco, untouched. And I was like, can I eat like 50 eggs? Yeah, I probably can. So maybe I can, yeah, do something with that. Eggs, rice, and kimchi. That's very healthy, guys. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of half hoping you guys would be like, oh yeah, you should definitely order, fuck, I can't even think. Definitely order a massive box of donuts. That's something that you should do. And be like, oh nah, definitely not. That would be too decadent. But if you insist. Oh gosh. Yeah, Emmy the egghead has never left. Let's be real. Yeah, eggs, rice, and kimchi is perfect. I think I have some frozen veggies as well. But you know what, guys? This is so indulgent and like probably no one cares, but I actually got this box of have you guys ever had prawn crackers like when you go to like eat like Chinese takeout or you know Asian style takeout? And they come with like the crackers that are really, really Moorish and really good. I got a box of them before they actually get turned into the cracker version. prawn crackers. No, not fortune cookies. Do you guys, wait, maybe this might not be a thing. Here. Let's see if this works. Is this gonna work? I forgot how to do this, man. These. Right here. And thank you for the follow. I was distracted by the prawn crackers. Yeah, I got a box of, can you see in the background those little pellets on that like white doily? Like I got a bunch of those, like, and yeah. Now I can just make them whenever I want. Yeah, you can eat 1,000 of those and still want more. It's true because they're so light and airy, but they're like just so, yeah. Basically just oil. So they're so real, so good. They're so really good. That's how good they are. And yeah, I've got a box that's like, it's so heavy. Ketchup and lime, really? Is that a thing? That's crazy. But yeah, like I was thinking of making some of those too because it's relatively easy. You just put them in oil and they puff up in like 2 seconds. They are fire, absolutely. Welcome in. Yeah, I've never had prawn crackers with ketchup. That's novel to me. But lime sounds really good actually. I usually just have them plain or like maybe salt. I mean, they're just perfect on their own. So, but yeah, they're not really the healthiest. Let's be real. I didn't realize how easy they were to make though. So yeah, eggs, rice, kimchi, prawn crackers. Prawn fact. I agree. I totally agree. We're out of ads, right? Okay, perfect. So, reading. Is that what we're gonna do? Do you guys even remember where we got up to last time? It's okay if not. I just don't like leaving things half finished. You know that story with Odin and Ada? Nothing that delicious could be healthy for you. I totally agree. We need a recap. You know what? We could just start again. Like, it was only the first 2 or 3 pages, and it's mostly dialogue. So we could just start again. What do you guys think? Would that be boring? Or, yeah, the story with the zipper. I love how that's the point of reference. Yeah, the story with Odin's fucking hands, like drying his hands on his thighs. that story. Let me do a little poll. I want to get the people's opinion. So how read this? From the start or from where we left off? Cool. You get 1 minute, guys. Make your voice heard. Something, big hands, taut thighs. Yeah. That's right. So, and of course, or is an option, as always. I don't know what we'll do if that wins. I need to think. Quick. Mm. If I had someone here, I'd get them to do like Odin's part and I would do Ada's part, but I don't have anyone here, so if we okay, if all wins, I know what I'll do. I won't tell you yet. I don't want to like sway the vote. Right now it's even. So what do we do? All of the above, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, where's a Germa collab when you need one? Speaking of, if you guys want to see me marry Germa, that's what this is for up here. It won't actually be him, of course. It'll be someone dressed up like him. And I'm thinking of having like some kind of mask or something. I don't know. Did we really? We drew. Okay. Let me think about what that means in just a sec. And I was thinking of going all out, guys. Like seriously, for the wedding, like getting a dress, getting a ring, having my friend like dress up as Germa and probably actually have a few different masks. So it's like, anyway, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to have a few of my friends involved. So it's like a full on production. And so that's hence the price tag. And yeah, it'll just make my love official. And I was thinking like even after that stream, like to full on like wear the ring from then on, you know, why not? And just be like, if anyone asks, yeah, I'm married to Gemma. They'll be like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you think I mean? Did I stutter? But yeah. And a pre-show, I don't know what would I give like as a pre-show, like getting ready and stuff like that. But yeah, it'll be a new era, new phase. And then it'll be kind of like an inside joke. When people like join the stream, they'll be like, oh, are you married? I'll see the ring. I'll be like, yeah, I am actually. You won't believe to who. Rightfully so. Do not believe it. And then, yeah, I'll just point to that stream. But anyway, that's what that's for. It's about halfway done, which is fair. I'm like not in any rush, to be honest. I've just gotten back, so I didn't want to push it. But that's kind of essentially what it's going to be. So yeah, the phase 4 involves a restraining order, and then I'll have to take the ring off, but I have to stop saying to people that we're married. But until then, going buck wild, I think, is the way to go. All right, as for the poll, we tied. We did a 3-way tie. What does that mean? I don't think we need to read it again from the start. You guys seem to remember, so that's good, at least. I'll give a recap. Basically, Odin has gone to Ada's house to fix her taps, her bathtub taps. There was seemingly some kind of emergency, and as soon as he was about to leave, there's like this massive storm that ripped through the town, so he can't because he's come on his bike. And so they're just kind of like waiting for the storm to go down, and they're just kind of chatting, trying not to think too much about the sexual tension, though Ada is thinking a lot about it. And yeah, that's kind of where we got up to, I believe. Yeah. There's a lot of like little like inner monologue stuff that goes on, which is usually easier to see when you're reading, because I'm just saying it out loud. I'll have to tell you guys when she's thinking in her head versus saying something out loud. So yeah. After she starts thinking about some raunchy thoughts and gets embarrassed by those thoughts, to change the subject, she like gets up and says, oh, by the way, I have a gift for you. And that's kind of where we got up to. So I'm going to keep going until we finish the story because, like I said, I didn't want to leave anything half finished. You know, I could say some things now, but I won't. And because I wanted to give you guys the full story as to why last time we talked about it, I was saying how awful, horrible, terrible, no good they are. But still, they're hopefully at the core of it more tragic than totally evil. So, yeah, we don't do any half completions here. Anyway, I snatched my phone, its beam bobbing erratically as I scrambled to my bedroom, retrieved the fragile present from its hiding place under my pillow, and returned, clutching it like a talisman. I need a postcard. I actually need a postcard for this. Just wait. Just give me a sec. This is my own postcard. It doesn't have anything on it, but just imagine that it does. So she's returned with something like this. Okay. Uh, Sitting directly opposite him on the low coffee table, I thrust it forward. Here, I mumbled, gaze fixed firmly on the tiny sliver of distance between our almost brushing knees. Here. Here. He took it, hands careful. A postcard. Yeah, our park bench. The sunset. Remember? He flipped it over. His eyes scanned the scrawled message, for when the sky feels heavy. Then his gaze held really, on the lipstick mark, that single smudge of petal pink I'd pressed onto the card in a moment of desperate, yearning, pathetic weakness. Wait, I feel like I have to actually recreate this. Wait. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna actually write it out on this. For when the sky feels heavy. And I'm gonna do the lipstick mark. Look at that. Wait. You can't see it. What the fuck? When the sky feels heavy. And I'm not wearing any lipstick, but we can change that. She said petal pink, but I think the best I've got is just red. Oh. This might be the last little bit. Literally. I never thought I'd see the day when I actually finish this lipstick. It's like... That's it. There's nothing left. Fuck. There's got to be another one in here. Somewhere. See, I told you guys, I use up my things properly. I try not to waste where I can. What the fuck? A momentous occasion. It honestly, it really is. Like, the last of it for this stream. I literally... This, you guys have no idea how long I've had this for. Like, I don't even remember where I got it. And you can kind of see there's no more. Like, you meant to twist this. It's done. I do not return the used ones, but I can't even get it anymore out. Polydactyl, hello, hello. I don't know if you heard me last stream, but you came in just as we were leaving and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, there's another one here. This is one my auntie gave me. It says Barbie. Barbie the movie. And it's more petal pink, actually. So, we'll try this. Okay. I don't use this one too often. I don't know why. Sorry, we'll get back to the reading in just a sec. This is important, you know? Like, for realism. This is really hard to do, actually, without a proper mirror. I'm just hoping for the best. Alright. This is for realism, guys. This is what Ada gives to Odin. Just so we can get, like, a general sense of what it is he's looking at. So how should I do this? She said, and I quote, the single smudge of petal pink I'd pressed onto the card in a moment of desperate, yearning, pathetic weakness. So I have to do this in a desperate, yearning, and pathetic way. Okay, ready? Mwah. That's how she did it, right there. Now imagine like there's more, like this is probably pretty big. This is a big postcard, right? So in her one, it probably takes up the whole page. Wait, can I somehow fucking focus this? Just give me a sec, guys. Wait. Cinema. Guys, don't fucking... It's haunting me. It says for when the sky feels heavy. I don't fucking know. Shit. Okay. Anyway. That was more like, oh shit, 20 people are watching me kiss a postcard right now, but we'll get it right on the next one. You know what? Why do you guys read me so fucking accurately? It actually hurts sometimes. It's the accuracy of the reads that hurts. Like, fucking speechless. Okay. This is what we're working with. You're doing great, sweetie. God. What's the word for it? Head empty? Guys, you're... Okay. Why did I do this? Why did I think this would be a good idea? Fuck the Mardi Gras. No. Gets mad. We're gonna keep reading because I'm gonna get myself into trouble. I'm gonna, like, say or do something that's not for this platform. Fuck me. Okay. Just, that's what the fucking postcard looks like, okay? Let's keep going. And I'm definitely not recreating what comes after that. Am I in focus? Yeah, I pressed onto the card. In a moment of desperate yearning, pathetic weakness. But why? Probing. For Valentine's. I lied. The truth. No reason, just wanted you to have a piece of me, a kiss to carry with you everywhere, ideally close to your skin, was too raw, revealing. Gross. He spoke with a kind of gentleness that bordered on pitying, but we're not... I know, I interrupted, suppressing a wince. They're... friendship Valentines. I'm giving them to everyone. Did you make this? His thumb, rough padded, tracy edge of the waxy stain, with shocking delicacy. The kiss? Yes. He inspected... Okay, so... I'm not going to recreate it, guys. Just picture it in your minds. He basically just touched the lipstick mark and is, like, inspecting it. He inspected the faint pink residue that had transferred to his skin. Such a pretty colour. It's stunning. It suits you. I do that to all my postcards. I lied again. Silly habit. I know, it's like a signature. Silly? He looked up. No, Ada. No. It's visceral. Thank you. My pleasure. And I meant it, remembering the entire pleasurable ordeal. The cool slide of pigment across my lips, the deliberate, focused press against the smooth cardstock, the soft, satisfying pop as I pulled away, seeing the visual proof of my desire, stark and undeniable, how hard it had been to stop at just one. Are you sure you didn't use a stamp? I used my mouth, I supplied, unsure how clinical to be. Put on my favorite lipstick and then just... I mimed the motion, kissing the air. Mwah. It's flawless, perfect shape. You could do that for a living. He murmured, more to himself than me. Sorry, I'm just checking that we're in focus. Is that good? Kiss things, she thinks in her head, professionally. I gulped. Yeah, he shifted. A restless movement. It closed the gap between our knees. But just my things, I mean. Absently, he brought his pink smudged thumb to his mouth, and his lips brushed the pad where the colour was. It was unthinking, reflexive, surely not purposefully insinuating, right? But it didn't stop the scandalized gasp of delight that escaped me. Outside, the pelting fury slowed, then ceased abruptly, as if a celestial hand had stilled the chaos. Shyly, true twilight spilled in through the curtains, painting the room in forgiving blues and greys. The spell had broken. You should go, I said, standing harshly, the coffee table creaking before... ... Yeah. His voice was distant, thick. Then he seemed to resurface, blinking awake. He followed me to the door, luggage in tow. Yeah. Keep the skies clear for me, will you, little witch? As soon as the door closed, I crept to the window, peeling back the curtain. I couldn't help myself. Odin stood by his bike, head bathed in the watery halo of a newly lit street lamp. He stared at the postcard, turning it back and forth, fingers tracing, his bottom lip catching under his teeth in consideration. Then, slowly, deliberately, he lifted the postcard and pressed his lips exactly where mine had been, hard, lingering, a perfect mirror of my own desperate act. And since I couldn't hear him, my mind helpfully supplied the richly satisfied noises he was surely making, half caught in his working throat. When he pulled back, there was evidence of a kiss marking his mouth, shock pink. He licked the colour away with an insistent, savouring tongue, devoured it fully, looked down again as if he were about to kiss it again, but instead he scanned the street, a flicker of something like embarrassment crossing his features before he swung onto his bike and vanished into the damp, quiet night. Clear skies, I wished fiercely, pressing my forehead to the cool glass, moonshine and gladness all the way home, just in case I could control the weather, just in case. Outside, the last cloud scattered, revealing a velvet blanket of dark sky, embroidered with a million glittering jewels. In my mind, glinting just as brightly, the repeating scene of our sweet little kiss by proxy, that fragile scrap of mercy. That's part one. We can take a break here because the next part is like, it's a scene break. So with the story, because we're starting kind of in the middle, Tim, I apologize. They were just kind of chatting in a lighthearted way about how Ada was like controlling the weather essentially with the severity of her moods or whatever. Even though the text actually leaves it to be quite ambiguous. We don't know if this is just a coincidence, like that really intense storm when she doesn't want him to leave, or if it's more like magical realism and she's actually genuinely controlling this guy. And so, yeah, that's why he calls her Little Witch. It's kind of like this inside joke between them that's pretty sexually charged, to be honest. Because when you think about what a witch is, like, there's kind of a lot of loaded language around that, like enchanting, beguiling, charming, like these things that kind of imply an allure that's more than human. So to call someone like a witch, I mean, there's also the other side of it, which is like witches are meant to be kind of deceitful or cunning, and sometimes they look like old ladies. But I think in the way that he's meaning it, it's more a compliment, like, there's some kind of magical allure here. And that speaks to something more than reality, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, probably a little bit of both. I think so too, you know? And yeah, they're literally on the precipice of doing some terrible things, but you kind of see how this object, right, that she gives him becomes almost like a conduit for their feelings for each other. Yeah, Little Witch, yeah, that's right. It is very different from just witch. It's diminutive. It's like there's a cuteness to it, or like an affection that you wouldn't get with just witch. But yeah, so because Odin has a girlfriend, they obviously know that it's wrong to fucking constantly fantasize about your best friend's boyfriend and vice versa, your girlfriend's friend. So this becomes like the only way they can actually like kind of show their feelings for each other. And so thinking about a kiss by proxy, which is what Ada calls it at the end, because they didn't actually kiss each other, but it's almost more transgressive that they didn't, because it's like this obsession is so strong that even like the ghost of it will do, or like even that is as compelling. And so yeah, you'll see how this becomes more of a prop and almost like this token by the end of it. It's almost like it becomes this fetishistic thing where it's like, this is the only part of you that I can have, so I'm gonna just like absolutely take that to its extreme. And that idea of an object replacing the person in a way, yeah, sexual frustration as an art form is absolutely true. And there's almost something to be said about how like it would almost be better if they simply just had sex like with each other instead of holding back. I think that's where the challenge and the fun is in writing these characters, because you're like, holy shit, I've never felt like encouraging of characters to cheat before, but they make the alternative so unbearable that it's like you're almost rooting for the bad guy. And that's fun because it's like it twists and turns the reader, and it's like a little bit, yeah, unbearable. Yeah, so it's like the kiss that they share. He literally just stands right outside her house and kisses the part where like she had. And it's like that also speaks to something like he literally couldn't wait to get home. Was he hoping that she was watching? Did he literally just not, he didn't have the patience to get home? Or was it something about that moment in time where he knew as soon as he left, the spell might be broken for real, and he didn't want to, my co-host, don't mind that. Like, there's something about that particular moment just after the storm and the kind of sexually charged conversation they have where it's like, it wouldn't be the same if he just went home. And of course, Ina's there as well. So he just literally gets outside and it's the first thing that he does. Oh God, they're hopeless. It's like, just, you know, have sex already. And like, it's a very funny position to put a reader in to make them actually want the bad guys to kind of succeed, you know? Yeah, somehow this scene would be less voyeuristic if it was just written as straight up erotica. That's very true. It's like, it feels very intimate, like you're peering into something that you really shouldn't be, because we're so far into Ada's mind. Because, you know, when you're thinking in your own head, there's no real sense of shame there. You know that no one's listening, more or less. So you just have these thoughts that are really intimate and really candid. But when we get to see that in someone else, we're like, oh shit, I really shouldn't be listening to this right now, you know? And so, yeah, oh God, poor Ina. I do feel bad for her, like, in these stories. And, oh, so this story is meant to be, like, kind of self-contained because this is what I submitted to this journal, which is still under consideration. So forget everything else you know about them. Like, this is meant to be just, like, its own, you know, alternate universe reality type beat because I just repurposed my characters, essentially, and just wanted to see what they would do. But it's a very good question, Cody. So if we're ready, we can read the next part together. But I should warn you, it's more explicit than the first part. If like you think, how is that even possible? It is. So if you're, you know, if you're in public, just, you've been warned. Okay? So of course, Odin fixes her bathtub. That's why he came over in the first place. So naturally, the next scene has to be her in the bath, right? So, yeah, get the headphones, guys. Don't be listening to this in public. It's not like there's no rude words, really. Not. It's more about the whole situation. So, A day later, steam wreathed the walls, thick and cloying, blurring the edges of the bathroom. I sank deeper into the tub he'd saved for me, the hot water biting at my skin, turning it shell pink, alive and needy. Iridescent bubbles floated around me, delicate and aimless. I glanced at the faucet, tempted, considered seeking oblivion in a stream of water, put my hand on the tap, was about to turn it. Then my phone's sudden insistent buzzing against the tile floor scared my hand away. The screen lit up. Odin. Of course. Who else, while I was bare and half-boiled and thinking only of him? I answered. Feeling inspired, he said, the words catching somewhere between a breath and a laugh. Hello to you too. Inspired, okay. What are you going to do about it? I'm doing something about it right now. A sigh, ragged at the edges. Hello, by the way. I licked my lips, tasting steam and salt. What do you... No, too direct. What do you normally do when you're inspired? Normally chase it, he murmured. I heard the sound of metal teeth yielding. Ruin myself over it. I stared down at the cluster of bubbles dissolving against my flushed sternum. Are you chasing something right now? Yes, Ada. I'm so inspired that it hurts. It's all because of you. Your postcard. I can't. Oh. And this is what she thinks in her mind. Maybe it's something in the lipstick. I touched my mouth. A love potion in the pigment. Or maybe it's just you, he rasped. You sound echoey. I'm in the bath, and then she thinks in her mind, all warm and wet, thanks to you. Oh yeah, the new taps, the faucet. How's the flow? Steady? No spluttering? It's smooth. Powerful. Tried to keep my voice level. Adjustable pressure. No complaints. Good. He sucked in a breath. Did you test it where it really counts? I almost choked. Yesterday. Found a sweet spot. Must have been the first thing you did after I left last night, huh? Had to test drive the new equipment? And she thinks in her mind, I couldn't wait to get under it. Why do you think I sounded so urgent when I called you for help? And you're back in the bath again so soon. That good, huh? It's relaxing, I protested weakly. Is that what you call it? He laughed. Such a sweet little way to relax, isn't it? It's kind of cute. Cute? Don't ask what he means. What do you mean? I love that line so much because it's like she's thinking one thing and immediately does the complete opposite. The method, it's so lazy, so girly. Sprawled there like a spoiled princess. No need to do anything but lay back and allow my handiwork to tend to you. Let the water lap and lave until you just succumb. He sighed. It's almost chaste. Ada's little bath time fix. Definitely not chaste, I croaked out. Not the way I do it. Ugh, he rasped. Don't tease. Indignation red hot, scaring the bubbles into popping themselves. You tease me relentlessly. That's different. I have to. I scoffed. Piss off. And in her mind, but keep going. You just look so sweet when you fluster. Any moment you're not flushed is a tragedy. Really, I'm doing a moral duty when I tease you, fulfilling the natural order of things. I let out a puff of air, rolled my eyes. Spare me. You're just in one of your moods again, restless, needing to poke. I know how you get. And then he says, don't roll your eyes at me. What? I spluttered, looking around frantically, sinking further into the water. So you are psychic. He clicked his tongue. I don't think that's how that works. Then how did you? Because you always do that little sigh right before. Tiny catch of breath like you're stealing yourself, or... His sentence trailed off into the steam. He cleared his throat. Anyway, I don't need to be a psychic to figure you out. You're an open book. I could read you blindfolded from outer space. I'm just... What was I just? Sensitive. Yeah, sensitive little Ada. Nerves strung tight as harp strings, resonating. What was it that Mars called you? A creature of exquisitely fine feeling? He laughed bitterly. Fuck me dead. I love him, but he's hopeless. Wait, what? I froze. Mars. Sun-warmed, sensible, shy. Odin's best friend, talking like that about me. When did he say that? The after party? Oops. No, let's circle back to that. I'm really not in the mood to talk about him right now while, He sighed and grunted and sighed again. I thought I could hear the white noise hiss of fabric shifting. Sheets? Jeans? Restless, rhythmic. I didn't want to know. I had to. You sound like you're... I faltered. I don't know. Making something. With all that creative energy. Are you? He groaned. Frustration or... You don't know when to stop, do you? I don't think I even know how, I admitted. What are you making? He didn't respond for a long time. Only the sound of his sharp, shallow breathing filled the room. It was conflicted, thick, like he was trying not to drown. When he spoke, the words were blunt, stripped of all pretense. Right now, Ada, I'm making a fucking mess. Gratification flayed me open, a dizzying, intoxicating, borderline painful drag across every raw nerve of me. That's dirty, I chastised once I could speak again. He seemed intent on thrilling me, senseless. You have no idea. I want an idea, I whispered. Tell me more. You got any other postcards? He asked. This one may not be fit for display after I'm done with it. It might not even survive, really. Survive, Jesus. I might not either. What are you doing with it? Appreciating it, he said, slow and deliberate. Thoroughly. I'll make you another, I promised. As many as you like. He hissed, sharp and pleased, like I'd pressed where it hurt best. Will you kiss them all like this one? If you like. And in her mind she thinks, is that what you want? To be marked by me again and again? Don't make me answer that, he gasped. The lipstick, what colour was that? Where'd you get it? Past tense. Had he rubbed it away entirely? Why? Suspicious. I want it for Ina. He couldn't have said anything more intensely scandalous, each word carefully constructed to replace all my shame and sense with evil, girlish giddiness. I'm going to buy it for her birthday. The perverse cruelty of it. Don't. That's vile. And yet, you're such a bad boyfriend. And you're a worse friend, he retorted, the truth a stinging slap. Fine. Friendship over. Now it was war. That's what she thinks. I finally surrendered to that monstrous pull, the tantalizing abyss of erotic awfulness I'd been on the precipice of all along. Don't buy her one, I breathed. Just take mine. Then every time you kiss her, the implication hung heavy in the humid air, you'll really be kissing me. Inwardly, I saw it. Sweet, unknowing Ina, so grateful for her new present, her plush mouth painted over petal pink into mine. An upgrade? A desecration? Erasing her one piece at a time. Fucking hell, Odin sounded inordinately gratified. You're sick. You're so perfect. I'll give her your perfume next. God, this is wrong. We shouldn't, but I can't help it. I know. You really are disturbed. Collateral damage means nothing to you. I was too steeped in shame to muster indignation. Pot, kettle. I was giving you a compliment. It doesn't feel that way. Well, that's because you can't see me right now. You can't see what I'm doing, the mess I'm making. A short noise of exertion. But I bet you can imagine me like that, huh? I don't think I'm ever not imagining you like that, I confessed. Like this. Head thrown back, soft hair fanned out, his mouth slack with the exquisite shock of raw sensation. The shells of his eyelids half closed, hand moving with intent, or maybe not needing his hand at all, just pressing against the postcard, slicking that lipstick print as if to preserve it in the thick amber of his pleasure or drown it entirely. Oh my God, he rasped. She was just thinking that, by the way. She didn't say that out loud. As if the image had slammed into him. God, there's a good girl. You're so good and perfect, aren't you? I bit my lip. Not when I'm with you. Fuck, that's right. Prim little Ada isn't so nice and sweet when she's with the big bad wolf. She gets filthy. My heart raced with startling violence. I guess you just make me worse. Holy shit, say that again. I said, you make me worse. You turn me selfish, starved, make me think things I shouldn't, want things I hate. You, slick sounds, shameless panting. God, if you keep talking like that. You make me monstrous and I hate how much I love it. The sound he made at that, I couldn't name it. But it was final, almost fatal. Listening to it made me flinch, not from shame, but the way desire knifed through me, twisted in my gut. Is this love? This violent nausea? Ada, Odin rasped, after a silent moment that seems to stretch into an eternity, his voice wrecked. Don't kid yourself. You've never needed any help being monstrous. Maybe you just bring out the truest version of me. We're not bad for each other, you know, he said. We're just bad for everyone else around us. Yeah, tell me about it. I looked at the time glowing on my phone screen. Don't you have plans? Yeah, I'm taking Ina at 7 to... He paused. Oh, fuck. Dinner. Hope you've brought her something obscenely shiny to make up for it. And in her mind, for being late, for being here with me in spirit and in sound. Diamonds are probably a good place to start. God damn it, he muttered. Oh, yeah. Before I forget, the thing from before, Mars asked about you. He wanted to take you out. He has my number, I frowned. Why didn't he call me? Oh, I told him you get phone shy and that you only answer for me. You liar! The sheer audacity. And he believed that? Tell him yes, I'd love to hang out. A weighted pause. You gonna give him a postcard too? You gonna kiss it more than mine? Maybe. Your concern? You'll run out of lipstick, he said flatly. Don't be absurd. Anyway, I already told him you were busy, Odin said. Too bad. He's probably weeping sonnets as we speak. Odin, what the hell? You can't just do that, I exclaimed. Shoo guys away from me. Oh, why not? I do it all the time. You don't. Yes, Ada, I do. God, are you blind? Don't you see them always staring like they want to tear you to pieces? It's for your own good. You should be thanking me. Control freak, I huffed. Is that what you think? Funny, I've never felt less in control. So just a freak then. It came out meaner than I'd meant. Sorry. Just go. Go to your dinner, Odin. Ugh, the verbal equivalent of a shrug. I'm already late. 5 more minutes won't kill her. It might kill you. All right, I'll go. Just don't send a hurricane my way or anything. No promises, she thinks in her mind. I'll say hi to Ina for you, he continued. Maybe I'll tell her you're the reason I'm late. Panic startling me upright. Don't you dare. Kidding. Happy Valentine's. Looks like you got to spend it with me after all, little witch. No storm needed. And that's it. Finito. So, hopefully now what I was saying last stream or the few streams before makes sense. They're fucking evil. Oh god. They're literally evil. Yeah, they're crazy. And Ina deserves better. She deserves an actual good boyfriend and probably a few years of therapy. But how does that make you feel listening to that? Like, obviously a very intense, quite explicit conversation, despite a lot of it happening under layers and layers of suggestion and euphemism, right? Essentially what they're talking about is quite filthy, but like, when you build up this like inside language with each other, you can kind of get away with it. Yeah, is everything okay up there? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because it's like, again, that very tightrope balancing act of writing these characters that are really fucked up, but you can't look away, you know? And I don't know if I've pulled it off, to be honest, even if it is my hope to make them not just evil, or not entirely evil, but with a really potent streak of tragedy throughout. Because it's like their feelings for each other, it's like it's as strong as like a force of nature. And you see those nature and weather similes and stuff coming up often. And so, yeah, that's what I submitted. It's funny, as soon as I submitted that piece, I literally noticed like 3 typos, like literally as soon as I sent it, and I was like, oh, God, don't think about it. It's fine because if it does get accepted, they go and edit it anyway. But it's like, literally, that's always how it goes, right? There was a couple of typos when I was reading, I just like fixed them out loud. But yeah, stuff like a missed apostrophe or whatever, or like a missed word. I checked that fucking document so many times and I was like, oh, yep, it's perfect. It's good to go. Submit. And then, oh, wait, I missed a whole word here. Anyway, I'll let you guys know if it does get accepted. I don't even know, like, I don't think it'll be too explicit for the actual journal. I mean, we're all adults here. But, yeah, they might be like, dang, what the hell? Where did this come from? So, yeah, now you guys know what I mean when I say they're fucking evil. Like, they're literally like that. I think the paragraph where Ada's talking about that fantasy or whatever it is of Ina actually putting on her lipstick, not only is it vaguely homoerotic, but it's like that idea of erasing her one piece at a time is so malicious, you know? It's like, just fucking break up with her. And I think that's something in my story I have to like, I have to find a compelling enough reason that Odin doesn't break up with her if he wants Ada so badly. It could just be down to the fact that, you know, he wants his cake. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. But I think it's got to be a bit more than that because, yeah, so far it hasn't been something I've spent much time writing. Like, why doesn't he just break up with Ina if he wants Ada so bad? But maybe if he was single, he wouldn't even like Ada all that much. And I think something that I've been thinking about as well is I don't even think Odin likes Ada that much. He only likes himself, you know? He really is that kind of... He's the epitome of narcissism. He likes what he can do to her and like how he can fluster her and make her affected by him. He likes that power. But when it comes down to it, he only really likes himself. Yeah, forbidden fruit is very, like, that is part of their attraction to each other. And if I were talking about all of their, like, all of the stories I've written about them, then yeah, it's probably more to do with the curse than anything else. which is a compelling reason. But like, why wouldn't he just break up with Ina if he was cursed, you know? He's just a fuckboy, to be honest. But yeah, it's like that thing where it's so awful, but you just can't look away. It's like, oh god, I have to see how this ends, even though it's probably going to be in tears. And to a very undeserving person. Like sometimes if there's a character who's getting kind of punished or treated poorly, it takes some of the sting out if they're also a bad person. But I'm trying to conceive of Ina as someone completely undeserving of the betrayal on both ends from her boyfriend and her best friend, you know? Yeah, without adding a baby or anything. Yeah, I haven't been able to think of a compelling enough reason, though, to be honest. If it is simply that Odin just likes having a girlfriend and likes having, you know, the validation of other people desiring him, it kind of just speaks to his character of being like a total douchebag. Yeah, we need Dario. We definitely need Dario. My god, I literally thought I just caught that little co-host. If you see me reaching out with a tissue, I'm trying to get this little fly who's been bugging me for ages. They come in usually because the front door is just there, and I think also the window, like there's a little crack in the window, and I think that's where they come in from. Because I never fucking ever like eat food in here. Like that's the one thing that I don't do. Like I don't eat food in this room or the other bedroom. I'll eat food on the couch, like in the front room. But it's like, so there's nothing like, you know, there's nothing here for you, little bro. Get out of here. I think they come in through the window. No co-hosts were hurt during the making of this stream. I don't know where he's gone. Anyway. The flies want the lipstick kiss. That's fucking funny. Yeah, so I apologize, guys. I know it's really distracting. It distracts me when I'm like trying to... We're having this really, like kind of heady, sometimes amorphous conversation, and all of a sudden just like, what the fuck? Anyway. Yeah, the only time I'll actually eat at my computer is if I have to for like the stream. That's literally the only time. But yeah. I haven't done that in a hot minute, so. They want the lipstick kiss is funny. And so yeah, here's the postcard. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on my website once I get it up and running again. For when the sky feels heavy. And yeah, I don't know. Like, do you guys think that the story was a bit too explicit for that journal? I'm not sure. Hey, Visibly, welcome in. Like, I think because it is couched in so much suggestive language, it's not explicit. Like, yeah, he says like, oh, I'm making a mess. And you kind of get the picture of what's going on. I think it'll be able to fly under the radar. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Not explicit enough. I could have made it a lot more explicit. I was actually trying to pare it back. And that's something that's kind of fun about the fact that they were only on the phone. Like, they weren't even in person with each other. You have to just like go based on what they're imagining is happening. Because we're in Ada's head. She's imagining what he could possibly be doing. Which kind of allows you to go in multiple different directions without having to stick to just one. Because later on, if I wanted to continue the story, he could be like, oh no, I was actually just doing some arts and crafts. Like, you know what I mean? And she could have just been imagining in her own twisted version of events that he was doing something more explicit. Or he could just be lying. But you know what I mean? Like, because it's not confirmed what he was actually doing, it does leave a lot open to interpretation. And you can kind of twist the knife that way. It was a dream type beat. Yeah, imagine that. She just fucking wakes up. Oh my gosh, this co-host. Please. But yeah, like, I don't know. I felt like if I am going to submit something like that to a journal, that I have to be comfortable reading it out loud and like kind of attaching my name to it, essentially. So there it is. Oh my god. Please. Did that work? I don't even know. These co-hosts are fucking, they're quick. I think he's gone. But yeah, I'm done with it now, and that's what matters. It's not going to drive me crazy anymore because I was actually agonizing for so. What the actual fuck? How? Okay. I swear I've killed this same co-host twice now. What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? Sorry, guys. I literally need like a be right back, and it's just me. Have you guys seen that movie Man vs. Bee or whatever? That's literally my fucking life right now. It's a ghost co-host. That's kind of cool, actually. What the fuck, guys? And I think it's been the same one for like the past few streams. Emmy versus Fly. I'm tracking him right now. Sorry, this stream is literally just going to devolve into me losing against a tiny fucking fly. He's gone. Lock the fuck in. This is a last straw, seriously. This is the fly episode. Oh my god. Where has it gone? And it always like, it goes away. Oh, there it is. Okay. Please, I've killed you, bro, like 3 times. Please, just leave me alone. It gives me a false sense of security, and then just like as soon as I'm back to normal, it just peeks out. Why are you here, little bro? Like, there's no food for you. There's nothing here for you, bro. Yeah, it's like, fuck. Sorry, guys. I just, you know what? I need like some reinforcements. I'm gonna play some videos like fucking Subway Surfers, so it's not just you guys are watching me. This isn't even the right channel. Is that better? I haven't got my proper YouTube channel on this computer yet. Fuck. Well, I'm just hoping this doesn't dox me. Sorry, give me a sec, guys. What do you want to watch? Copyright free music. I'm gonna try and lull it into a false sense of security. Flex, the flies don't want to mess with those guns. That's a good idea, actually. Lo-fi music. Like so... Oh my god, it's right fucking there. Please, please, please. Oh my god, did I get it? This motherfucker has been taunting me. I think I got it for real. Final battle music. How loud is this gonna be? No, I have a tissue. I hate touching like flies and shit with my hands. My brother does it. I think I got it. This is my victory lap. Holy shit, that little motherfucker. Oh my god. It literally... Yeah, you guys nearly saw Emmy Cherry 5. Like, I nearly evolved. Because I got so mad. That little motherfucker has been pestering me for so long. I feel accomplished. And if I see it again, I'm going to lose my shit. Thoughts and prayers, guys. Look at those non-existent guns. Fuck, I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't worked my arms in a hot minute. Jeez, that's embarrassing. I swear to God, guys, I'm actually more built than that. It's just a trick of the light. I need to like get a pump on before I stream. Fuck me, especially if I'm gonna wear something. What is it? Sleeveless, muscle mark. Fuck. Also, what does it mean that like one arm is clearly more defined than the other one? Fucking hell. Yeah. Before I stream, I should always do like a fuck ton of push-ups, and they'll be like, "Oh, what? No, it's just my natural state." Definitely don't have a pump going right now. Yeah, it's strong overhead lighting. Oh god. So yeah. Yeah, it means you're single if you're a guy. The biceps be biceping. Actually, my triceps aren't. Actually, yeah, that's kind of a thing. That there. Though I will say, and this might be giving it away. Actually, let me pause this. You guys know the mystery secret that we're all putting cherries towards? What I'm about to say, it's kind of a spoiler for it. Well, it's a clue. It's not a spoiler. And my back is pretty developed, like musculature-wise. I can't really show you. It's covered. But you'll have to just take my word for it, essentially. And it's probably the most developed part of me. Like, you know, I'm pretty soft everywhere else, to be honest. Even when I've got a pump on, like, it's my back, really, that's, like, weirdly developed. I've always been that way. But even more so because of something that's related to the mystery secret, which I can't tell you. I feel it's acupuncture. That's a really good guess. I can't say yes or no, but I don't have a tattoo. No, I do not have a tattoo. That would be a great mystery secret, though. I have no tattoos at all, and I don't know if I could commit to one. That's the thing. Like, I love the way they look. I think the aesthetic is quite nice. It's like you're treating your body like a canvas. My sister has a bunch of tattoos, and I think they look cool. But for me, I would literally attempt to choose something and spend the rest of my life trying to actually decide, you know? And so I think I'll just keep myself basically blank. And then if I want a temporary tattoo, like something, like, you know, those ones that you just press on, then I'll go, I'll be like hard for a little bit and then go back to blankness. So, yeah, I've got a full tattoo of my own face. That's so funny. Oh gosh. I've thought about it before, and probably the only way that I would get a tattoo would be if it was like for stream or whatever, like something crazily big milestone, like 1 million followers or something like that. I'd get like a cherry tattoo or something, you know? But yeah, I'm too indecisive. Like, there's this rule that I've told you guys about before, where it's like, if you want a tattoo, literally think on it for at least 6 months, ideally a year. And if you still want it after that, then go for it, you know? Because it literally takes that long to decide. And, you know, trends come and go. Like, the things that you're interested in now may not be the same as a year later. So it's like a little mini test to kind of gauge what things might be like in, say, 10 years from now or 50 years from now. Like, are you still going to be interested in that thing? And so, yeah, a cherry tattoo sounds like a cute thing to do. I'd get it like a little sexy place, like on the hip or something. Nothing too crazy. But like, if you guys want to see that happen, we've got to hit 1 million followers. That's how, literally, that's the level of intensity that could only justify it. But yeah, I love seeing people's like tattoos and the story that they tell, and especially if they are like phrases, see locket, because like it says a lot, quite literally. My sister, she got one of the phrases I used to tell her a lot tattooed on her, which is "This too shall pass." I didn't make it up. It's a very famous one, but I think because it was something that I said to her often, it kind of stuck with her. And she also got me to write it out, so it's in my handwriting on her body. And that was like such a huge, like, the fact that she even wanted that was such a huge compliment. And so I spent like a whole day just doing like these drafts before she got it tattooed on her. And yeah, it was like, it's something that makes me really, like, I don't know what the word is, warm and fuzzy on the inside. because I understand how fucking, like, literally permanent that shit is. And so the fact that she wanted something permanent like that, I don't know. It just kind of gets me in the feels. But yeah, if you want to see me get a tattoo, 1 million followers, I say that because I'm almost certain, like, I'm 99.9999% certain that I'm safe to make all these crazy claims. But, I keep my word, so I'm a woman of my word. If we ever were to get there in 1 million years, of course, I'd get something really cute. And then, yeah, you would see my brother as well, because that's what he said. He was like, oh, yeah. Oh, the people on stream want to see me. When you reach 1 million followers. Like, when? That's a very assumption-y word, Okay, bet. And so I have to be careful about what I promise. Because, like, back at the start of this whole thing, I was making promises, like, half in jest, but also, like, still putting it out there. Like, oh, yeah, if we get to da-da-da, then I'll open an OnlyFans. But, like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. A poetry OnlyFans, no. At this point, because it's actually something that, is my livelihood at this point. Like, I can't just be saying shit like that willy-nilly. Before, I was just streaming for fun. I didn't think I'd get even enough followers to hit affiliate, let alone to do it as, like, regularly as I get to do it now. And so, yeah, I've learned my lesson. I'm not starting an OnlyFans. I mean, mark that I haven't said never, but yeah. Lord have mercy. A poetry OnlyFans, yeah. That's basically what the Patreon was. But anyway, yeah, just remind me at 1 million, whatever promises I've made. Oh god, I shudder. I shudder to think. But anyway, yeah, remind us. Goodness gracious. Let's see. We've done the reading. Did we want to talk about it? I mean, we've kind of talked about it. We can do the video watching now. And actually, we didn't finish with the Club Cherry videos. So we could look at that before we move to a longer video about Lord of the Rings. Tomorrow's my 2-year stream anniversary. Is that true? Holy fuck. I don't even have anything planned. What should I do? Should I ask AI? We got you covered? Oh god. Sea Locket, please have mercy. I'm gonna ask AI, oh, what should I do to celebrate my 2-year and streaming anniversary? It's gonna say some fucked up shit. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Maybe I'll figure something out. A cake? Oh, it's just any excuse to have something sweet. Yeah, a cupcake and 2 candles. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Oh, okay. Now that's got me thinking. Alright. Eat your shoe type beat? If you think I'm gonna eat this shoe, you're out of your fucking mind. Okay, sorry. Jeez. Do we want to do music? We'll remember for you so you don't have to worry. That's nice. Yeah, I knew it was this month, but I couldn't remember the exact day. But I think Twitch does remind you as well. But I haven't gotten any, like, notifications, so. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me get this up. Last time I went on Discord, my computer crashed, so please just work this time. An edible paper and ink and you can eat your words? That is so funny. I'm kind of down for that. Edible paper, like rice paper. Edible ink. Like food coloring type beat. Last year was on the 13th, so I hope it's right. Yeah, I'm sure. Why is Discord not working? As for what we do there, I mean, people post their incredible artworks there. There's memes. There's music stuff that people like to share. And in general, it's just like a fun place to be. I post announcements, which is helpful, especially nowadays, because I haven't really got a set schedule yet. But yeah, just check it out. Like the link is just here. If you don't like it, that's cool too. Ben, welcome in. Why is Discord not loading? It's literally been buffering for like 5 minutes. Bruh. Hello? Okay. I might have to do that later. Yeah, join the Cherry Gang. That's right. If you feel so inclined. When it does that, I kill it from Task Manager. I'm gonna do that now. Thank you. Wow, this looks weird. This computer is pretty beastly, so it's meant to be able to handle Discord. But you know, sometimes it gets... There's like... Why is there like... What the fuck? In the background, there's like 10 instances of Discord running. It's not even open. Okay? It's weird. And like 10 instances of Dropbox. I don't know how computers work, guys. Okay. And yeah, people post their poems, which is like my personal favorite part, which I know I'm a little bit biased. And I'm constantly, on the daily, impressed by the quality, you know? Man of quality. Sorry. I'm not going to start quoting Lord of the Rings randomly. Or maybe I will. And so, flashback to when Ethos thought you were collaborating with a band because Club Cherry sounded too legit. Oh, that's nice. I don't even remember that. We need Ethos back, don't we? You know what? Fuck Discord. That I'm gonna look at that later. So, Club Cherry. Club Cherry is also my music channel, so if you guys are interested, yeah. Different little songs, and sometimes poems. And you know how last stream I was talking about the guy who was playing guitar and I called it good thinking music? This, how do I zoom in? Fuck, that didn't work. The C video, that's the, like, a picture that I took there. So, I just want to look at one or two because, I don't know, I'm feeling shy about myself. I just read a really intense, horny ass story. So, this isn't really helping. But I'll pick ones that I think are interesting and that have kind of a story behind it. So, Vibe All Night is one of those, and maybe, what was the C? Can't remember. Barbie's Live, guys. Yeah, I know, right? And just like that. We'll look at these two. So we'll let you guys listen first and then explain after.
Let it go, let it go.
Is that loud enough?
Wait, so are we catching it or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so are we singing the chorus?
We're singing the whole thing.
But are we starting with the verse or the chorus?
The verse.
Okay.
I'm taking over, I can't control it. And when she comes around, it's hard for me to focus.
Nah, okay, I don't read this in. Alright, wait, there's verse starting in here, right? The actual verse.
Okay. It's hard to understand this.
That's right.
It's taking over, I can't control it. And when she comes around, it's hard for me to focus. Would you look closer? I wanna know ya. I don't think you even noticed.
Yes.
Please stop waiting for the right time, right time. You could hit me on my nightline, nightline. What's the point of being shy? We could vibe all night, all night. And everything she says says pulls me right back again. I think I need some more attention. And when I think I'm done, she grabs me right by the neck.
Oh, you go.
I want some more of your attention.
It's so out of pitch at times.
Damn. I think that's amazing.
That's so funny. So that was just a practice, like, recording, right? And you can hear, like, we're totally off pitch. We're, like, messing up. We have to restart and stuff. There's literally no production. It's literally us recording on a phone. It was meant to be, like, kind of the first pass, essentially. And just being like, wait, when are we starting? Oh, yeah, sorry. We had literally just written down the lyrics. And so we're reading it from this piece of paper and being like, wait, the music is repeating. When do we even come in? And yeah, about as rough as it gets. And so you can kind of see that when we're talking for like to show who's speaking, kind of like the different fonts. And then also when we're singing and we kind of don't know what we're doing, the color of the lyrics changes. It's like it's not in sync quite yet. Then once we start again and we're kind of like both on the same page, the color stays the same. It's like this nice pink color. And then when we talk while we're meant to be singing, you can see our wait, where is it? I have to move myself. You can kind of see who's talking there. And this picture, it's so pink, isn't it? And there's a guy in the background, I think, a guy or a girl with a pink hat. When I was visiting my sister in Perth, there was like this pretzel place and it was just decked out in all this pink stuff. You can see there's like a pink cactus, it's like pink sinks and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this would be a really cool and interesting background. So when I took that photo, I knew I'd probably use it at some point, but it like stuck in my camera roll for months and months and months until I thought it would be nice and stark against like these kinds of lyrics and stuff. I don't even know what he's looking at. I'm guessing he's making the pretzels. But yeah, there's no Photoshop. Like this is how pink it was. And I wonder if I took any other photos. But it stuck out because of how yeah, how much it was. And I thought that would be great for a background. And so what else? Yeah, this was like the first time we'd actually sung it. And what's the point of being shy? We can vibe all night, all night. You can kind of see when we're adding little bits and like adding improvised stuff while we're singing. I think that's really fun to capture because you can kind of see almost like the thing being made in real time and its potential as well. Because like it's really rough. Like we literally weren't even singing in the right like pitch for a lot of it towards the end. As for the lyrics, it's kind of just like a casual, like it's meant to be kind of flirtatious. Babe, stop waiting for the right time. You could hit me on my nightline. What's the point of being shy? We can vibe all night. So basically like inviting someone to like not be so shy anymore and just like hit them up essentially. But it's kind of very much in that realm of like the lyrics don't really matter that much. It's like the same stuff we've heard before. Everything she says pulls me right back again. I want some more of your attention. And then yeah, just like almost like the Charlie Puth kind of vibes. But yeah, this friend of mine is so fantastic like when it comes to music, but I haven't spoken to them in a while. In fact, we're not even really friends anymore, which is sad. It's a conversation for another time, but I'm still like so blessed to have these memories, and I don't think that the enjoyment or pleasure that I got out of them in the past is necessarily changed by, either growing apart or moving on. It's like they still retain their sweetness, and of course I like honoring that when I can. So yeah, I just like the discussion where it's like, wait, what are we doing? Are we catching it? We're seeing the whole thing. But we're starting the verse or the chorus. Okay. And then we both mess up. It's just funny. It's like,
wait, so are we catching it or not?
yeah.
Okay, so obviously
Yeah.
sing the chorus.
We're singing the whole thing.
But were you starting the verse or the
The
chorus?
verse.
Okay.
And like missing like the words as well.
Control it. And when she comes around,
Dot dot dot, because we mess up the words. Would you come closer? I wanna know ya, and I don't think you even notice. Like, I think that little run was also improvised. That's why I think my friend was like, "Oh, that's good," you know. So cool with her casual, yeah. And I think I said something like, "Oh, this is really hard to read," because we were both looking down at the work, and it was just my handwriting, like, you know, play this at Starbucks. That's funny. And I'm so cool. Yeah. What else? Yeah, it's hard to understand this, I say.
Spencer.
it's taking over.
And so now we're kind of both on the same page, kind of.
And when she comes around, it's hard for me to focus. Would you look closer?
I wanna know ya, and I don't think you even notice.
Based
Stop waiting for the right time, right time. You could hit me on my nightline. What's the point of being shy? We could vibe all night. And yeah, and then he adds that little like the staccato bit there, which is really cool. I think that was improvised as well, and makes it like way better. So it's like those little unpolished moments that actually kind of add to the atmosphere of it all. If we tried to record it again, I think maybe we'd miss some of it, and it'd feel polished and more professional, of course, but maybe less I don't know, there's less freshness there. Yeah, unpolished flourishes. That's a great way to describe it. And so it's hard listening back to it because the the pitch, like we're so pitchy and we're not actually singing it that technically well. But I think whatever cringiness comes from that for me is it's kind of like secondary to, I think, the freshness and the memory, at least for me, that I get from it, which is a nice memory of a jam sesh. We used to do this a lot, not so much anymore. And I have probably a few more actually that I haven't yet made videos out of. So with this friend of mine and also the other friend Alex that you guys have met on stream, we had a little kind of mini band going, and it was just for fun. Like we never really thought much further than like, hey, let's get together and make music because it's fun. Like we didn't really have a band or anything, but yeah, just kind of what's the word? I can't say anything that doesn't sound suggestive, but like, you know, stress relief. Yeah, it's a cool friend group, I think. And then the next one that I wanted to show you, well, actually, which other ones were with that same friend? Boogie was made with my friend Alex. Sunrise and Feeling Me, these were made with a couple of friends from school. So a lot of this is actually collaboration, you know. A lot of these are just me. You're Wise with the same friend from Vibe All Night, and I Don't Need This as well. But yeah, this is the law. I know it's kind of boring, but if anyone's curious, a lot of the same repeat offenders, which I think they deserve credit. So, this next one though, just like that. This, did I show you guys this one? I might have actually. This was a relatively new-ish song. It just kind of popped out of nowhere, and it came together basically all in one go. Like I wrote the lyrics, I made the, like I did the chords, recorded it, made the video, all in one package. Like sometimes it takes, like each step happens like kind of separately from each other. But this time, I don't know, I was inspired. And this picture as well was when I went to a witch convention, if you believe it. And I thought this frame was really, really beautiful. And like, let me zoom in. You can see on the side there, the price tag was like almost $500. So I couldn't buy it, but I wanted to. And I had to turn it on its side to fit into this video, but it was actually upright this way. There was a bunch of other ones as well. But yeah, it's so cool, right? And I think they're real butterflies. So I was like, yeah, let me take a picture of that. And you can kind of see me in the reflection a little bit. But yeah, a witch convention. How crazy. Oh, and that reminds me. At that witch convention, I actually bought a potion as well. And it's here. Do you guys want to see it? If you ask nicely, I'll show you. It's not in this room, but I can go and grab it. First we'll listen to this, and then maybe I'll get the potion. If you want to see it. You want to see it? You can think about that while I play this. So, this song is about noticing someone properly for the first time. Thank you. Just like that, I saw the shadows scatter. I saw your face and I thought, oh, you're beautiful. Just like that, light turned into matter. I heard your voice in my heart, and it was beautiful. Ooh. Like short and sweet, you know? And just the like stereotypical messing up while you're playing and just going, like pushing through it anyway. I really like this line because sometimes when you like someone or love someone so much, it really does feel like that. Like when I think of what light means or what light can symbolize, it's like the purest essence of something, you know? It's like immaterial, but it's like illuminating, it reveals, it's pure in a way. And so the idea of light being turned into matter, like in the shape of the person that you like, to me, I wanted to like have that as a complimentary way to say like, oh, I just adore you. And so, yeah. Yeah, it is like, when you think about what a shadow is as well, often it's something like heavy or concealed, or you have metaphors about like depression and darkness. And so light is the opposite of that. I wanted that to be kind of like that contrast to be quite stark. And yeah, the shadow scattering here. I saw the shadow scatter, and I thought, oh, you're beautiful. And it's like, this doesn't have to be love at first sight, but it's actually when that sight turns into a loving sight. Because you could know someone for years and years and not look at someone in this way, but then all of a sudden you just see them differently and you're like, oh wait, what? Like this person is actually like I'm seeing them for the first time kind of thing. And so just like that, you know, it doesn't have to take much at all. And yeah, I thought that was nice. Oh, you're beautiful. And yeah, this is when I tried to export this video and CapCut did not let me export it in the right quality. Like usually I go 1080, but they didn't let me. So that's why I said fuck CapCut in the description. So yeah, I'm just continuing my feud and it will continue until, I don't know, forever essentially. But yeah. I saw the shadows scatter. Yeah, I'm like CapCut's biggest hater. But they keep giving me reasons to hate them. Fuck. Like literally, why? Why on earth would you change your product so that you can only export it up to 720p? Nobody on earth uses 720p anymore. Come on, bro. Anyway, I've talked about this so many times. I'm sure you guys are sick of it, but yeah, the feuds. The co-host. I've like, you know, the feud with my co-host has now ended after that. But this feud with CapCut is probably going to be ongoing. And I even had this thought in my mind, was like, what if they heard me complaining, like, oh, we'll give you Pro for free forever? I would not accept it. I'd be like, don't insult me. Make it free for everyone, you know? Because like, holy shit. You can't buy my silence CapCut, so don't even try. Because they've just been so... We all know. But on this song in particular, like, dang, I was so happy with how it turned out. And then it was like, oh, you can't even export it in the way that you want to. Isn't that literally all a video software is fucking good for? But yeah, I don't even know how to sail the high seas when it comes to apps on the phone. Because I have an iPhone, it's hard to like know how to do that sort of thing. Maybe on the computer, but I don't really use my computer for video editing as much. Yeah, I'll ask around. Anyway, don't let that distract you. Just like that. This feud will continue, by the way. And yeah, that was one I made just on my own. This was with a friend. Most of these recently have been just on my own. There's a cover. There's one without words, the lament, with a picture of my grandpa. Because it's kind of a bit of a sad song. Like the actual instrumental. I don't know why, because like there's no words, so it's hard to tell. But when I listened to it, I was like, it's kind of sad. And so I thought, put it together into like something more thematic. There's ones without music. There's just me, my vocals. And yeah, there's ones that I've made in FL Studio very poorly and amateurly on my own. And then what was this one? Let's see.
I got online.
No way.
Well,
What? Ads? Sorry, you had to see that, guys. Oh my gosh. Wait, face. What? Ads? Don't I have something for that? Sorry. Let me just take care of this. Yeah. Alright, okay, hopefully this works. This is what it's like getting a new computer. This work? So sweet, I should make it easy, but you won't find me and they won't either. So sweet at the bottom of the sea, I can finally go to sleep, It's kind of quiet, sorry. This one was the photo that I took when I was like watching the guy play guitar and like the good thinking music. Again, quite atmospheric, and I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, I can't remember at this point, but I don't think there was a filter on this either. It was just that blue there. And that was the entire stage setup. It was just that stool, the microphone to pick up the guitar, and the guy when he came out later. And so, yeah, I fucking loved it. And I don't know why I picked this image for this song. I think there's something, well, besides the sea reference, which is blue, there's something kind of melancholic about it. Yeah, it does look a bit lonely. Like the seat by itself, and there's not even anyone in it. And then just the stage, it kind of does feel like it's got a vastness to it. And so sometimes when I pick my backgrounds and stuff like that, I don't even know why. It's just like it feels right. And I know that's completely and totally unhelpful, but it's the truth of the matter. And so it's the same with the font as well. I kind of, yeah, it's this almost borderline synesthetic quality where I pick the picture and the font and everything and the positioning of the lyrics just in a way that feels right. Like this is a bit more demure, it's a little bit more fragile. The font itself feels more like personal and with the topic of the song, you know? It's kind of like talking about wanting to be at the bottom of the sea. Like, so sweet, I should make it easy, but you won't find me, they won't either. It's like, it's kind of dark, you know? And so that, like, yeah, all that kind of comes together and informs why I do certain things. Though at a certain point, the reasoning gets sublimated into just feeling, you know? And yeah, I'll always try to put lyrics in the videos when I can, not just because it's good for accessibility, though that's obviously a concern of mine, but like with my own accent and with my mumbling and just with the way that I speak and sing, it's sometimes hard to understand what I actually just said. There's a good example of this actually with, which one was it? Hungry, other sounds, a hungry thing. This one, I think. Let's try again. It's towards the end.
Silence is a hungry thing. You make it precious, you make it sing. I wanna know what other sounds you bring. Your silence is a hungry thing. You make it precious, you make it sing. I wanna know what other sounds you bring. What other sounds I could ring from you. The sounds I could ring from you. The sounds I could.
Like before I sent this, before I put the lyrics to this song, I sent the audio to a friend and he thought it said, what other sounds that fade from you or something like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool actually, because it was fading out as I was singing. And so I was like, that is kind of a cool interpretation, but that's not actually what I was meaning to sing, but I could just change the lyrics, but you know what I mean. I thought at the end of the day, the original one, you know, I should be faithful to the original one, but there is kind of like a, there's a few songs where I've just put the better sounding lyric there, even if I said a different word, you know. I can't think of where I did it, but I've definitely done it before. Maybe, actually, yeah, I think I can remember. Patience. That's when I didn't even record the lyric because it wasn't in an earlier draft. And anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Is it wrong to say that the way you do subs reminds me of Max Mofo's videos back in the day? The way I do the subs? No, not at all. I haven't really watched much of Max Mofo. But I'll take that as a compliment. He's like extremely, what's the word? Savvy. And I think I've actually met him in person. Well, not like spoken to him, but I've seen him in person at like a convention. And that was cool. Like, pretty much exactly how you'd expect. Anyway. Yeah. What else did I want to share with you guys? Yeah, well, Fix It in Post type beat is exactly right. Just like to show you guys what I mean. This was a song where, by the way, how cool is this picture? This was a song that, like the background track, my friend sent it to me and it was like, oh, can you come up with some lyrics? And so I did, right? This recording was an earlier recording that I did. And then much later, I was like, oh, I just thought of some even better lyrics. But at that point, I couldn't be fucked re-recording it. So I just left it. And that's why you're about to hear, like, there's a couple of gaps or something, or like me just humming. But then the lyrics on the video are actually written as it's supposed to be. So this is kind of an example of We'll Fix It in Post.
If patience is a river, you must be a heat wave, you must be the god of evaporation. If it's a virtue, you must be temptation. Have you ever heard of waiting? Who knows? See where this thing goes. It flows
So fast and we don't need no river. Like, I just couldn't be fucked, so I just didn't re-record it. But that's what it's meant to be. And I figured, well, if I were to re-record it, I might not even get that same, like the take that I like. And I liked this take, so I'll just put the lyrics in anyway. Skip the wait and see where this thing goes, you know? Yeah, in pursuit of imperfection, that's exactly right. So fast that we don't need no river. Like, the basics are there. And so that happens a lot, actually. You'll see little moments like that where I've tried to retain kind of the best of both worlds. The original take for its rawness and freshness, but then also in post, trying to add or change something because I've realized it actually is better that way, you know? What else? There's been a few moments of those, but I can't remember the other ones. Yeah. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, the potion. You guys want to see the potion? It's really cool. Yeah, the more raw, the better. I tend to agree with that, actually. It's like, you know, I want to see the realness of it, especially now. Is exactly right. In the age of AI, I want some level of connection with a person. You want to see the potion? Okay, I'll be right back. You guys get another chance to stare at this chair. So, give me 2 seconds. Okay, there. It's pretty, isn't it? Okay, I hope you guys are ready. So, I'm not gonna show it, I'm not gonna show it quite yet. But, I just want you guys to know that this is not how the potion looked when I first bought it, okay? When I first bought it, I actually made it because it was like kind of a make your own potion adventure. And, when I first bought it, I added some like special dust to make it like pink and purple, right? But I've had it now for probably a month or two. Can't even remember at this point. So it looks a bit different, but I'm going to see if I can get it back to its original color. So, ready? Kind of cool, kind of weird. It looks like a bit mucky. How do I hold this? But now I'm going to shake it, okay? Please focus, camera. That's all I ask. It's literally all I ask. So let's shake it together and see if it changes, okay? Now, when I bought this, it was literally bright pink. But now, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of settled. See? And what's in it is like just some random ingredients that were there. There were like tree bark, leaves. There was like crystals and stuff, which you can see at the bottom there. Yeah, definitely looks a lot nicer. And there's like this glitter inside it. Can you hear that? So you can see the ring light. It doesn't have as much luster anymore, but did I even take a photo when I first got it? If I did, I'll find it and I'll send it to the Discord, but it was literally bright pink and it was so cool. Like, it was, you can kind of see at the bottom. I don't want to spill it. It was a lot more pretty, but it's kind of like cool to see it change over time. It's almost like something's happening, like it's, you know, the spell is working, whatever it is. And it came with these, like there was a bunch of little charms that you could pick, so I got like the strawberry and this little moon. And you could also write down what it was for, like the potion. For me, the hydrate. That's fucking funny. Don't tempt me. I would probably instantly go to hospital if I drank that. It's hilarious. You could write down what it was for, and I think at the time, it was just like, for me, just a general love potion, you know? But not in the way that you might think, not towards anyone in particular, but like love for the world, love for myself, like just that idea of like, I hope my life is filled as it already is, thankfully, with love and lightness and yeah, just to have like to continue that essentially. And so, look, it's gone back to normal now. You can see at the bottom. Yeah, love for humanity. It's like just that general feeling, good feeling essentially in, you know, different words. And I hope I can find, I hope I did take a photo, but I don't think I did. Ugh. All right. Maybe I did, because I'm sure at the time it would have been cool enough for me to be like, oh, let me take a photo of this. But it was a while ago now. Sorry guys, I know this is, I should come prepared to these streams, huh? Who fucking organizes these streams? They need to be fired. When was it? That's a good question. Because I'm sure I would have taken a photo. Or? Because I want you guys to see what it looked like when it was first made. It was really cool. And yeah, let's unzoom. You guys don't want to be this close. There we go. Yeah, it's Pathic's fault. Fuck. I might have to do that off stream. Do 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 do. Yeah, I must not have, because there's the picture. Oh no, that's not the picture. That was the video that I made from the picture. Just give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. No, I don't think I did. Jesus. Anyway. It's cool, right? It's gone back to normal. There's black pepper in there. How much did I pay for it? I think it was about 50 bucks. Or, yeah. And so that included all the stuff that you can put inside it. The charms, like the bottle itself. Like the bottle is cool, right? It's very witchy. It's like something you'd see in the Legend of Zelda type beat. And the moon water. Yeah, you could, like, it's so, I don't know, thematic. And I wonder if the color will continue to change over time. I wouldn't be surprised. And to be honest, I don't feel like grief for its initial prettiness, because I think, isn't that just part of life, you know, evolving and changing over time? I've not seen the movie Hocus Pocus, though I do think something like this would fit into it, you know? I'm tempted to drink it. Literally, this would send me into an instant coma, I'm pretty sure. It's been sitting on my windowsill for a long time now, and there's stuff in here, like there's leaves and shit. There's like, not saffron, there's like little sprigs of stuff in there. There's no amount of money that I would drink this for, just saying. Yeah, the love potion that sends you to hospital, and then there's like this really cute doctor there, you know. It's like, oh, I see what game you're playing. There's literally no amount of money, like not even finishing this in one go. No, it would probably, yeah, it would be the last stream that you guys ever saw. Yeah, Dr. House. Oh, okay, I see. If I drink this, I get a one-on-one with Dr. House. Okay, that I could be tempted. Yeah. Anyway, that was part of my adventures from my witchy outing, my witch convention. And it's funny because, like, I looked around, I took some photos, and I got my potion, and then I basically just left, and it was so quick. I was so efficient for some reason. There were lots of people there, actually, and I thought I was going to spend a whole day there, but it was just one of those things. It was like, oh, I'm satisfied now. Yeah, just crazy side quest. Like, yeah, I have a funny story. And I'll keep you guys updated. Maybe every now and then I'll bring this back and be like, oh, so this is what it looks like, you know? And I have to kind of shake it up a little bit. See how it kind of takes on a different color. And it was leaking a little bit when I first put the cork in. So I don't want to tip it over fully, but yeah, I think now, I don't know, it just seems to be settled. So yeah, the brown era, that's fine. And is that like ASMR? Is that a thing? Does that sound good? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. um, I do like the water sounds. It's really faint. I don't know if it picks it up, but without the chain. Can you hear that? Forgive me for sounding really loud for a second. Is that nice or is that fucking, like, is that nauseating? I don't know. Yeah, eventually maybe if I really want to make it look a certain way, I could just add some food dye. But I don't know. There's something nice about the fact that this is like just how it's evolved or devolved, transformed over time. That's kind of interesting. And I like holding it. It's like it fits nicely in your hand. Like turning it around and stuff. You know, it makes me feel witchy. It's fun to look at, but it's kind of distracting. You like when it's shaken, Ben? Like this? The charms are like making a bit of noise, but yeah, it's fun. They're kind of like a fidget toy, but like a randomly expensive and weird one. And just like why do you have this thing? The only thing missing for Ben is the glass. That's fucking crazy, see, like, first of all, crazy that you remember that. And second of all, how utterly suggestive. I don't even know where my glasses are. Oh, they're in the other room. Yeah, oh, I've been so scared because I've been needing my glasses a lot more lately. I used to not need them at my computer, but now sometimes I need them at my computer. Oh god, what's happening to me? I don't want to have to wear glasses all the time. Even though I can actually see when I wear them. I'm growing tired. Well, I actually do have a theory. This may be wrong, like this may be untrue. My theory is that like, well, we've talked about this before, but like, you know how my knees are always clicky and like my joints, like, you know how, it's a whole thing. Dry eyes, masking, or like they're making me think that I need more glasses. So, yeah. When I was taking that Accutane medication, I used to have eye drops because my eyes would get really dry. And I basically stopped after I finished the medication, but I think the dryness continued. And my eyes often feel like I need to fucking like wipe them clean, you know, like they feel dry. So maybe that's why. Because I refuse to believe that my eyes are actually just getting worse. I can't live with that. But yeah, it's a possibility. I have to test it. Like, do I have any eye drops? I don't think so. Yeah, literally dried SpongeBob Emmy. So accurate. No one's gonna mind the glasses? I bet. Or mention them. Yeah, not at all. Not doing a specific thing all over them. Okay. Well, you're lucky that I don't have them today, because I was like considering wearing them. Like, now at this point, I wear them pretty much, not 24/7. Like 15/3. Clipped, what the fuck? This is why I shouldn't stream and after reading something to do with Odin and Ada. Or Oda and Aiden. Imagine that, imagine them being gender swapped. That would be interesting. The guesstimates. But yeah. Oh, mercy me. Cody, as for your video, yeah, why not? Actually, if you know the title, do you know what I can type in here? Just because my thing's fucking being weird. Um, what am I doing here? Trying not to get distracted. Yeah, if you have the title, we can watch together. I'll take my mind off this lurid conversation that's going nowhere good. Yeah. Yeah, Oda and Aiden. We don't want to see that sequel. Or like alternate reality. Are you subbed to my channel? I don't know if it's with this account, because this is an old fucking account. I don't even use it anymore. I wonder if I can look you up. I can't get Discord on here quite yet. It's not been working. You know what? Actually, you know what? That's fine. We'll do all our videos at some other point. Cause yeah, fuck. I really need to get a few more programs working, and I want to give it the appropriate amount of time and attention. A video stream. Video stream. If tomorrow's our stream anniversary, yeah, that kind of works. How about, yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow then. Because, like, I think it's about time for today anyway. And if we're doing stream anniversary stuff, video watching sounds like the perfect activity. And remind me, guys, that I need to get cupcakes or cakes or something like that. A valid excuse to eat sugar. That's like literally, basically the way to my heart. Give me a valid excuse to do something naughty like that. I'd be like, any type of celebration? Cake, lollies, milkshakes. I'll send you the special gift. What? What special gift? Is it a video? But don't see it until tomorrow? Okay. I'm very excited and nervous. So, yeah. Cody, don't you worry. I'll have everything ready for tomorrow. And yeah, I'm sorry about like not watching that other video with you guys, the longer one, because we keep getting carried away with our conversations. I should stop saying, yeah, we'll do this, and it'll just happen when it does. Maybe I should have a specific stream for the nerdy stuff, so people can opt in or out if they so choose. Yeah, this girl yaps. It's like at this point, it's like, holy shit, it's actually really true. Oh god. Fuck, that's funny. It is kind of the point. It's hard. Like, I want to do both things. Like, I want to watch videos with you guys, but then I also want to talk with you guys. So, hard to do both. I think if we are going to watch a longer video, like the Tolkien one, that I'm really eager to get to, it's probably going to take the full stream if I'm pausing and, like, talking about it. Interesting. Much to think about. So, oh yeah, and that schedule, like, ignore that because it's not really true. You need a mysterious dude in a suit dictating the stream in the back. I honestly do. I need like a whole team of people because I can quite clearly not not get a hold of my yapping on my own. Holy shit. Yeah, I need an IT guy on hand. I need a mysterious guy in the back on hand. That's not meant to sound that way, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I needed like, oh, yep. All right, moving on to the next portion. Yeah, okay. God damn. But yeah. Yes, affirmation station, that's right. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, not sure what time. I think so far I've been doing the affirmations without looking. I'm trying to keep my streak going, but nonetheless, affirmations. Did I type that correctly? There's the video, and you can see the video that I basically took these words from. So, and yes, I'll give you a smooth operator after that as well. This is like a little, like, pick me up, little love letter from Amy Walker to me to you. I hope it brings you the same amount of pleasure and joy that it brings me every time I watch it or read it. So, without further ado, it's my pleasure to tell you, yes. Yes, you are. You are ready. You are equipped. You are connected. You are unique. You are gorgeous. You are loved, and my personal favorite, you are alive. So thank you very kindly for being here with me on stream, but more importantly than that, for being here in general on this earth. We're about to start ads, so I wonder if I can do this quickly. It's not always easy, but it is always very, very, very important. So thank you so, so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hugs and kisses, cugs and hisses. Behave, at the very least, don't get caught. And smooth operator. Smooth operator. Let's raid out. Should we raid out to someone random? So if they're weird, don't blame me. Actually, let's see who I'm following and who's live. Oh, casually. Okay. Before the ads start, be well, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Very quick. Look at that. I can be quick when I want to be. Send all your love and appreciation to Kazi, and thank you so much to some of our new friends, some of our old friends. I'll be thinking of you guys and ensuring much love and light with this little potion as well. So, thank you kindly. Tomorrow we're going to have a party for our streamiversary. So, take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye now. Mwah. Thank you so, so much, and I'm excited.